The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, it's only a couple hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuning in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Awesome. Happy to be here. We're in the middle of the month of August, Wednesday, August 14th, and I hope you guys are keeping it awesome, keeping those ACs fired up, because I know the summer is still ablazing no matter where you are.
We're punishing those chill motors like nobody's freaking business down here. It's a disaster piece. I swear to Bob. Welcome everybody, one and all, to the Black Files. Are usually a little bit more lighthearted. Who am I kidding? It's always like almost dour, but serious.
The journey of the Black Files is kind of like a really crazy roller coaster. One.
Yeah. Imagine Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, except nerdier and a little less hyper verbose. Except, I'm not John Oliver. My name is Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who is yet to understand why in the hell we did away with smaller denominations of micro SD cards. Like, okay, I understand, like, starting with at least a 16 gigabyte micro SD or going higher than that. Yeah, I'm never gonna crap on that. But what if I just wanted to hold a couple of songs like I used to on a floppy disk? Maybe I just want a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. Is that too much to ask for? Have they all gone the way of the dodo? No, they have not, because I have a whole pouch full of them, and I'm not giving them up. You can't make me. I'm telling Mom if you try. And thankfully, folks, tonight I am not alone. Joining me here are the usual suspects. Let's go ahead and first off say hello to Zayana Rose and Dragonfang Cosplay. Hello, ladies. Are you all right? I cannot hear you.
Wait, can you seriously not hear?
Now I can hear you.
Now we can.
Okay, I was about to say, this microphone better be working.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, after the hiccups and the messes that we've done trying to get that microphone to work before, yeah, I got no issues with it working now. I appreciate that. And of course, we also have the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer and content manager of our channel, the host of our flagship show, The Ravens Flock, live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wrestle Rewind, live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you very much for that warm introduction. Happy to be here on this awesome Wednesday night. Happy to be here with all my friends streaming and with all our viewers watching at home. And like I said, I hope you guys are keeping yourself nice and chill, because nobody wants to go outside in this blazing heat.
No, it's a godless mess. We're breathing soup and we're being boiled alive in it. Welcome to the Sunshine State, a-holes. And we also have another special guest on the program over here. Let's give it up to another friend of the Ravens Flock, Pumpkin Power Cosplay, also known as Bree for short. How you doing there?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just happy we all finally get to talk about stuff that's been going on for forever, it feels like.
Yeah. Isn't it over a decade? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's been around a decade for me, at least.
It has been a decade. I actually clocked it myself because Wanja, what did I go? Go on.
We met this person in 2014. And so we've known them we've known of them at least for a decade, and they were a very integral part of our lives for a short period of time until they decided to show their truer face over here. Jose, before we go too much further into this, why don't you go ahead and take care of the housekeeping real quick so we can get the show going?
Not a problem. Much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time YouTube streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission, but the one thing that's been keeping us down this entire time is the fact that we have to work regular 9-to-5 jobs just to keep a roof over our heads. Thankfully, there's a solution to that, and it's a very simple one. All we need is for you fine folks watching at home, whether you're watching on your TV, on your phone, your tablet, if you're watching on an Apple Watch. How can you watch on a watch? You should be able to watch on a watch. I don't know why Apple hasn't done that yet. It's a freaking gold mine. What kind of patch are they thinking of? They should be able to let you watch on a watch. So just continue to spread the good word of our channel. Let everyone know of the good work the Ravens flock has been doing for over 10 years in order to help uplift the voices of our fellow nerds in the nerd community. And before long, the more subscribers there are, the more inner flockers come out from there. And before you know it, we won't have to worry about working full-time jobs because you folks will be our full-time jobs. We'll be able to stream more. We'll be able to produce more content. You'll be able to get to know us a little better. And with your continuing support, we can and will succeed. You'll also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens flock. Your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up in the chat, I see Kurisi Rando-sama, Alex VA, Lisa Boo, Jeannie Rick. We see our friend Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplays in the chat. And I also see Jurassic Jazzy, Minty Day. Let's see, who else have I got? Morningstar. I see Koi, like the fish. Holy cow, I don't believe it. They're all here.
Ooh, I like fish.
Joseph Santos. And let's go ahead and let that one slide over there this time. Could he see rock and roll like the cocks and bonus holes, dude? Nice. And let's see here. Yep. And also someone named Fatty No Scope. Welcome everybody to the Black Files. We appreciate you all for joining us here tonight. Now, in case you guys hadn't figured out, yes, we're going to be... Also, there's Wes the Dragon, who just popped into the chat. Hey up, Wes the Dragon. Welcome to the Black Files. Evening, everyone. Good evening to you, too. Now, when it comes to running on our show, we're no strangers to controversy. We've said it before. We'll say it again. We'll call out folks in positions of authority. We'll call out folks who have been harmful to the con community. So there won't be any issue with us doing that. And also joining us on the Zoom call here. He's only a little bit late, but that's only because he is the most hardworking and therefore the prime victim of late-stage capitalism. The host of Los Amigos Play live every Saturday afternoon at 7:30 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Angel Mendez!
Hello, everyone. Apologies for the delay. I come to you weary-eyed and sodden of foot to trot my world upon the empires of man. What's up?
Hey,
not much, man. We're about to get into the weeds of things, and you know what, Juancho? You are absolutely right. This is part of what we do here on the Black Files. And yes, this is to be expected. We're going to come across a lot of naysayers and haters who are going to try to lambast us, slander us, and say that we're starting trouble. Yeah, that we're drama mongering, this and that, clout chasing, that kind of stuff. You know something? I'm very curious about these haters, man, because these guys are like in front of the computers, in front of the keyboards, like for long periods of time, and they are driven by nothing but hate and spite. I would argue so much as to say so much hate and spite. No. Listen. I would argue that they're operating on so much hate and spite that it would be enough to make Angel blush.
I simply refuse to pursue the currency of drama. It's too expensive, too resource intensive, and ultimately you gain so very little.
But here's the thing. These guys are so driven. These guys are in front of the computers for hours. Juancho, what the hell do we have to match that type of energy that these assholes are feeding off of with their haterade? What can we do about this?
Well, it's easy. First off, we've got the truth on our side. And secondly, we've got the support of the folks watching us over here. And also, if we're talking about pure energy, sorry guys, this is where we go into the shameless plug mode. We're actually supported by our partners over here at Glitch Energy with their specially formulated smart energy blend. You can run strong all day long, just like the Raven's Flock. And Glitch Energy's specially formulated smart energy blend comes with 0 sugars, 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 crash. All while keeping you running alert, whether it's for work and play. And these guys come out with a whole wide bevy of different flavors all the time. They've been on a roll as of late. They came out with Yellow Snow about 2 weeks ago over here. You're thinking, ew, gross, what? But it's actually just tropical lemonade. And what I've got in my greebly little hands here is their Maui Punch flavoring. And
delicious.
It's so good, guys. I promise you, you're gonna love it. And if you head to our partner's website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off of your order, folks. We've been partnered with these guys, and we happen to love the product at the same time. We wouldn't be hawking this to anybody if we ourselves wouldn't put our seal of approval on it. Ain't that right, Angel?
Damn right. And more importantly than anything else, beyond the importance of nutrition, beyond the power of electrolytes and hydrolytes and all those things that the smart people in the white coats tell me is important for plants to grow before they give me all the tranquilizers, we care about flavor. At the end of the day, we want to give you a product that is both healthy and delicious, because it wouldn't be fair if we spend all this time hawking this damn delicious juice powder on you without making damn sure that it was good. And so we try it ourselves. We don't just like food, we love food. If we don't love it, we don't swallow it. And let me tell you, we are swallowing a lot of glitch energy lately.
Honestly, yeah, though our work schedule has been kind of brutal. But yeah, like we said, don't delay. You go ahead and let them know the Ravens Flock sent you. Go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel, and thank you to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. We said it before and we'll say it again. You guys made a serious mistake getting coming in league with us, ne'er-do-wells, scallywags, like nerds that we are. How dare you? No. Okay,
right.
Let's go ahead and uncork this mess.
Yeah.
Before I
this
do,
one.
Sorry.
Oh.
A couple things. Number one, I see Snow in the chat. B Barnes 28.
Hello.
Also, Solar is in the chat. Let me see here. Hypnos is in the chat as well. Excellent. And holy shit. And Kurisi Randall-sama dropped a $9.99 super chat.
Thank you so much, Christy.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate that over here. And yeah, and Minty Day saying that that I sound a little quieter compared to everyone. Give me 2 seconds. And yep.
Damn, the host of the show sounding much quieter, Angel. We're taking over without even trying.
No.
To be fair, it is the middle of the week. We have this is Wednesday. It's like the redheaded stepchild of the week. We are all about to be a little more tired because it's just busier than expected, which I suspect that Juan may have picked up specifically to feed his increasing addiction to hurting himself. The Black Files exist due to Juan's masochism.
Unfortunately, you're not wrong. And yeah, Kurisi said, I need to send some love. It's been a minute. We appreciate you there, Kurisi. Also, Citrus Queer, Hypnos is in the chat. Project Metal Music is in the chat. Oh, god dang it. Sarah Serendi, she's saying, swallow. God dang it. Cut it out.
Damn it, Juan.
And there's also Venice in the chat. Hey up, everybody. And Star Searcher. Okay, so now that I got the introductions out of the way, let's go ahead and give our disclaimer on all this shit. We're going to be discussing someone who, for about 3 years, from 2015 to 2018, was a member of the Ravens Flock. This is someone that we considered a dear friend. This is someone that we almost considered family. This is someone that we had a very high regard for. Little did we know the kind of person that they really were. They were very good at keeping that part of themselves obscured from those that they wanted to endear themselves to. And it's with great regret that we have to discuss this, and it is regarding Deimos Cosplay. Like Jose, I know that you knew her. I know that you knew her the longest. Your thoughts about Deimos while they were here, and we could go around the table of the times that we knew them back when back when Deimos was friends with all of us and all that.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, let me preface it by saying that I'd be lying if I said that this isn't gonna that tonight's episode isn't gonna sting, because we are it does sting, because like you said, I've known Deimos Cosplay for an incredibly long time, since back in the summer of 2014 when we met over at Omni Fandom Expo over in Orlando. That was a very long time ago. And yeah, no, like, I honestly thought, and I didn't notice it then because I don't pay attention to I don't read between the lines, I guess. I mean, shame on me for not having lack of foresight. But, and you know, it was good times. It was good times between me and Deimos. Like, we were really good friends. You know, Deimos confided with me in a lot of things. You know, whenever they were in trouble, whenever they were falling out of rancor, Deimos would call me or message me like late night, and I would like stay up till like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to try to talk with them, to just listen to them. Yeah, like, and like I said, it sucks that we have to bring this up, because like there were some good moments. There was some good memories with Deimos Cosplay. Can we agree with that one?
There's no denying back when it was good, and unfortunately, now that we see the mask is completely fallen off here, we have to acknowledge Deimos for the type of person they are, and sadly, that is a person who has been egotistical, opportunistic, and manipulative, gaslighting, and sad to say, someone who pretty much besmirches everything that the Ravens flock stands for. All right, like, and I don't say this shit lightly, because we've and I mentioned this in our internal talks about all this stuff. We've had other folks who used to be members of the Ravens flock before, and for one reason or another, they would jump into the team, or they would leave. You know, they would go ahead and either leave the channel for their own reasons, or there's some sort of disagreement or anything, and they leave. So that's, like, of course, that stuff is going to happen. However, none of them have actually gone out of their way, like Deimos has in recent years, to make a negative impact on our geek community. And folks, all this shit came to a head pretty much within the last couple of days here. And let me see. I want to take a look at the chat before I show everyone what's going on. Also, Lilia Cooper's in the chat. Hey, up there, Lilia. We appreciate you, hun.
Hello.
Sound Mind is in the chat. Just got here. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, Day, I totally agree. Yep. Sarah Serenity, I never heard of this cosplayer. Consider yourself lucky.
No, they're not lucky at all, because they're going to hear about it now. For the record of context, I myself was not quite as close to this individual as everybody else in this group was. We did run on the same circles, and we did hang out together several times. But now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I can count the number of conversations I had directly with them in like one hand. As a result, while I will not be here as long as usual, seeing my perspective is somewhat limited, please, to everybody viewing and listening, take the time to hear this out. Because while we normally don't take the time to go out of our way to speak about one single individual that is not making waves in the world, this is worth pointing out, if only for the sake of importance.
Right, I couldn't have said it better, Angel. Pumpkin Power, Zayana, Dragonfang. Anything else y'all would like to add about your experiences regarding Deimos before we get started on here?
Well, let's go in order. Let's start with Dragonfang first.
Someone else go. Not me, yeah, because I actually have quite a bit. Actually, Bree, do you have a lot more than me?
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. Trauma reasons, I barely remember most of it.
Oh shit, Bree, you're here. Hi, girl. How you doing?
Oh, by the way, Angel, Bree's here. I forgot to
been
point
here.
that out to you.
Surprise! Bree appears on the scene. How you been, Chief? It's been a while.
Life's been pretty good, especially recently with all this. It was a lot of like vindication of like, oh goodness, finally, like more than just people who like knew, like, the small groups who knew like what was going on and saw stuff going on are finally listening. But like, I
Indeed.
can definitely say like Deimos did a lot of opportunistic, very opportunistic person when looking at who to target and when to like enter and exit my friendship all over again, targeting moments when I was absolutely at my lowest, or targeting moments of they were living with my then best friend, so I was over all the time, so it just would even when I would see problems, eventually, you're just always there. So like slowly we hung out more because of that. And I'd be like, well, I'm told they've changed. So maybe they're better now, only to see, no, that was just a ploy every single time. Which like, taking advantage of the fact that I'm somebody who's I am really nice and I do want to see the best in people. And had that taken advantage of me so many times, but also just the sheer ableism, which like as somebody who works with like in my own community, being the disabled community and doing a lot of work in there, and how they tried to take advantage of that so often. I'm not a fighter, but I want to fight.
That's all right. That's what you got us for. I'm not really a fighter. I'm more like I'm the loudest fucking yapper in the crowd. Jose will fight. He'll throw hands. Angel is there with the popcorn and the blowtorch. So like whatever.
In the
I may or
backseat,
may
right?
not
The
instigate
backseat
racial
comments.
tensions.
Fuckers.
Listen, I'll take some yapping.
All right, so here we go, folks.
Oh, no. Oh, Juan, make no mistake. Angel will fight if you provoke him.
Angel, someone knock
I
over
am
your
a
popcorn.
pacifist. That's it. I am a pacifister now.
Oh, God damn it.
Pacifister. That's a new one.
I know. Listen, I am a perfectly understandable person with perfectly rational understanding of the world, and I may or may not consider that hanging is an appropriate punishment.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, we don't get to determine who gets capital punishment these days. Let me see. Cat
Alas.
Zorin 2 in the chat says, yes, they would leave you
Hello.
alone for a while and then come back into your life. Discussing Deimos. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Jurassic Jazzy was saying the only good thing Deimos ever did was introduce us to each other, even if the
That's
situation
true.
was garbage.
Yes.
Wow.
Too true.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little sad to hear how many people have beef with this individual, because part of me was hoping deep within my heart that it would not be as bad as I thought it would be. Now it turns out that it is in fact far worse than I could have expected. My sincerest condolences to anybody who was acquainted with this individual.
Honestly, same though. I never realized like how big it was until like yesterday when people were like messaging me on Instagram, and I realized, oh, this is more than like the like 10 or 15 people I know like personally
Right.
for the past like 10 years. Oh gosh, this is like 20, 30, 40 people.
That's
Like
what
it's the number's so much bigger than I ever imagined, and it shouldn't be like that for a chronic abuser.
It really shouldn't. And I'm over here like, and I wasn't even paying attention to the folks viewing. We've got nearly 50 people watching in this chat right now. And I'm
Thank you
losing
so much for joining us today.
folks, by the way, thank you very much for joining us here. We're the Ravens Flock. We make your voice our mission. We talk nerd and pop culture news. And on this program, The Black Files, we usually get into the darker side of nerd and geek culture. And tonight we're talking about Deimos. God help us. All right. This came to a head very publicly a few days ago.
Wait, did you not want to ask
Yes, what's up?
my experiences?
Yes, we wanted your experiences before you got going. You said, oh, someone else first. Like, okay, fine. Now
Well, yeah, no, someone else first, and then I'll go. Because I actually had to write down some quick notes because my memory is crap due to depression. You know
Sayana,
how that
got it.
feels.
Hey,
So I met Deimos, and this is going to take us all back, during my Natalia phase.
oh
Holy
gosh.
shit. Now there's a name I haven't heard in years.
That's
Time
right.
ago.
You met
It
them
was
right before
a
me.
long time ago. It was actually at Home. So I don't remember where Home was at that point. It was not the where it used to be. But so yeah. I recognized that they were the Flying Men Bunny, but I digress. So I became friends with her, and there came to a time at MetroCon. I do not, for the life of me, remember what year it was, but I had asked her to make me a masquerade outfit for North Italy because I'd gotten a mask and everything. And I kept asking, hey, it's getting close to the masquerade, can I come and pick it up? They never said how much it would cost. They never gave any updates really, except for, hey, look at these buttons. And they said, oh, just come up to my room. So I did. And there she was getting ready. And then she starts admitting while breaking down in tears, she never even started it.
Oh.
So I'm just saying
Does
like,
that sound
no,
familiar?
it's okay. But I was just like very peeved because why didn't you just admit it? I wouldn't have gotten mad if you just admit it instead of, pushing for time.
Yeah, but how can they play victim otherwise?
Yeah. So then not too far after
There it
I
is.
dropped contact. And then I ended up, let me see my little notes. It was actually Katsucon of 2018. The reason why I remember this is because I had a picture of literally 4 Noctises, well, 3 other Noctises and I literally eating candy. And I remember it because that was when I met her and she was in her, it was Link. It was in the one where Link cross dresses.
Oh,
Breath of the Wild.
Bruto.
Yeah. So she was in that outfit. And she said that she was abandoned by her friends and her roommates. So I said, hey, why don't you just hang out with me? And she also started saying that, oh, yeah, look, see, we're still friends even after so long. We don't need to talk to each other. Haha. That actually comes to play in a bit. So we ended up hanging out again. And actually, Bree, this was actually when you started to distance yourself because of this. Because I started getting close with Deimos again. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. And you didn't want to say anything because you didn't want to start anything, which I really wish you said something.
Yeah. Oh no, listen, I
understand
always
why.
feel bad. I
Yeah,
have
Sometimes
so-
you want to keep the
anxiety.
peace, but ultimately you end up instigating war.
Yeah. And I
Such is
really
the cruel
regret.
nature of humanity and high school.
So we ended up
We're not
hanging a
doing
lot.
spoilers anymore, though.
And I ended up getting them into Final Fantasy 15 by mentioning Assassin's Creed because that was when Final Fantasy 15 had an Assassin's Creed patch. And that's when she ended up making an Assassin's Creed Noctis outfit for me and a Prompto one for her, which is actually funny because that was the only one that she's ever made for me that actually was almost done.
Oh,
Huh.
also,
It was almost done.
Almost.
Also
Notice
for-
the almost emphasis here. This is important to the plot.
almost. It's always putting others others in as his requests and everything on the back burner. Also, one other thing, because I'm pretty sure if this ever gets around to Deimos and if they want to try to respond to it, for the record, we understand that Deimos uses they them pronouns, but we've also known in our experience that they've also used she her pronouns. We're using it interchangeably. Don't try anything with that shit. Moving
We're
on.
playing by their rules this time.
Yeah, what are these rules? And one of the rules is Cammy in the chat. Hi there, Cammy. Welcome to the Black Files.
Hello.
I'm a cosplay photographer who Deimos has booked with, and starting in December, the ghost then ghosted me twice for payment on sessions or additional add-ons
For God's
after
sake.
signing a contract. And also, holy shit, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is in the chat. Hey up, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Hello.
He's saying, I smell geek and cosplay pleather. Who is Deimos Cosplay, the Cliff Notes version? Deimos Cosplay is this person on our thumbnail. They used to be a member of the Ravens flock for a little while. They're also a cosplayer, and she also happens to be, as it turns out, a really horrible fucking person. We've had our experiences. We can go back to ours for now. Let's actually get to the one that brought a lot of this out in the limelight.
I only have a tiny bit more.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
Just because
Real
this
quick.
is also about the outfits that never were finished. So
What?
there were 4 outfits. Yeah, there were 4 outfits, all of Noctis, which I'll just say they were actually supposed to make for me. There was Mariachi Noctis, which was complete, but it did not fit me because they were using their, at the time, boyfriend's measurements instead of my own measurements.
Why couldn't they just ask for your measurements?
They
Isn't that
had
like a
my
basic thing of
measurements.
tailoring?
No, they did have my measurements.
Then why the
They
hell
literally
did
measured
use-
me at their house.
Oh, like,
So then they
fucking
also
house.
did a royal raiment noctis, which again, not my measurements.
Right.
Kingly raiment noctis, which actually I don't even think that they had like the stripes weren't even on there, so I didn't get to wear that. And then there was wedding noctis, which actually was I had booked a really, really, really expensive photo shoot, and this is when they were wedding Luna Freya.
Mm-hmm.
They completed their wedding Luna Freya, and they bragged about how much money they spent on all the lace on the veil. And
Barely did.
mine wasn't even done.
I love how
It
they
was,
always
again,
brag
it
about
was
how
too
much they
big on
spend on
me.
material, but like they never
So-
talk about their craftsmanship. It's always I spent this much on material, not hey, here's my good craftsmanship.
Yeah,
which is
but
very
I ended
showing.
up having a mental breakdown, like a mini breakdown, when I saw the outfit while they were outside on the balcony taking selfies. And I was
Of
like,
course.
is this all that was done? So I was extremely upset.
Upset is the nice way. I think I remember.
And I'll talk about the apology later.
All right. Yes, please do, because we want to go ahead and bring the spotlight to the person that actually brought all this up. It was actually only a few days ago on the Talk Switch Tick. Yes, Angel, I know your opinion on it. It's just like Tumblr. It's a
Disgusting.
It's a mud
It is
field with
both-
a couple nuggets of gold in it. Well, here we landed on a mother lode. And big shout out to Koifish Cosplay, who's in the chat, if I remember correctly. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play
Thank
the
you.
three-parter of this so that everyone and their mother who sees this stuff knows exactly who and what we're dealing with in terms of Deimos's work and lack thereof. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this. So, folks, buckle up.
Cosplay on Instagram. Don't do it. Hi, what a way to start out a video, I guess. So yeah, Deimos Cosplay on Instagram. I commissioned them, and that went horribly. Yeah, I'll try and make this as quick as I can, and I'll include screenshots where I can, because I have literally everything that we talked about in screenshots. Yeah, I will try and keep these videos as short as I can, but I already know that it's going to be in multiple parts. And I also have an unboxing video from whenever I got the cosplay. So, I do apologize, but just stick with me because I'm not the only one that's been affected by this person. Okay, so, I will start at the beginning, which was around the end of March, beginning of April. I had posted on my Instagram story talking about how I was upset over the fact that a cosplay company was turning down my custom request because I was too big. Because cosplay companies are not plus size inclusive, unfortunately. So they reached out to me, asking me, like, when do I need it by, what's my budget, and that they'd be willing to do a commission for me. And I was like, that's amazing. So they reached out to me whenever I was upset and, like, I had no hope of getting this cosplay because I had been trying to find a good watch-on cosplay for the past 1.5 to 2 years. So I was like, yep, this was my last available choice, and now I'm screwed. And then they reach out to me, right? So, they reach out, and I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. And we settled on $350, which I felt kind of bad for at the time because, you know, I know how much effort it is to like do a commission, because I've done some wig commissions before. So I was like, this is amazing. Thank you. I was so happy, and like I saw their work. They sent me their Dawn May cosplays, and like they showed me that this is something that they could do. I was so excited. And they are a award-winning competitive cosplayer. So I figured, wow, this will be good, you know? I was wrong, but we'll get into that. So things were going fine at first. There was communication. We were talking a lot, actually. And I was excited. They were excited. There was about a month, 2 months from the convention, and we decided that they were just going to hand the cosplay off to me at the con, which that was fine because we were going to be getting there at the same day. So that was a plan, and that didn't happen. So the convention rolls around, and they tell me that they left it at home, which mistakes happen. I had brought my backup cosplay for him just to be on the safe side. And I was like, you know, it's fine. It happens. Don't beat yourself up too bad about it, because I didn't want them feeling super guilty and whatnot. And so I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get it figured out after the convention, and you can just ship it out to me. And that was the plan. So after the convention, we try and like set up when it's going to be shipped out, but they kept on coming up with excuses saying that, you know, they were working too much, or they had a convention, or that they were moving, just something. And then finally, 2 months later, they tell me that they ship it out, but it got shipped to the wrong address, and
Oh, Christ.
it was getting shipped back to them, and they would let me know whenever they're shipping it back out to me. And I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. Again, mistakes happen. I was being very patient. And so they let me know whenever it got shipped back to them, and they said that, yeah, I'll let you know whenever I ship it back out. And I was excited because there was an event coming up that I was like, oh yeah, because there's this event coming up and I should have it in time and I'll be able to do this, and I'm so excited. And they were excited, and we were like, yeah. Well, that was the last time I heard from them. They completely stopped communicating. Yeah. So go to part 2.
Here we see their screenshots of the conversation. And you see that this is our Deimos Cosplay, at Deimos Cosplay there. That's them. When I was initially told about it, so like, no fucking way. There's no fucking way that we're thinking about the same person. Like, nope, this is who they fucking is. And I was completely floored. Like, that's just part 1. Before we get to part 2, I'm gonna take a look in the chat, because I saw that...
Don't commission Deimos Cosplay.
I saw that Legend of the Traveling TARDIS went ahead and dropped a $5 super chat of their own as well for us.
Oh,
Holy
goodness.
shit.
Yay!
Yeah, so yeah, thank you to TARDIS. They're saying, everyone donate to the Ravens flock. Happy to announce Legend of the Traveling TARDIS will be hitting a huge milestone, hopefully in the next few days. You're damn right.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, no, thank you, TARDIS. We appreciate you guys. Citrus Queen was saying Deimos openly admitted when we were younger, they were jealous of a person of color cosplayer getting more attention than her. And Citrus is saying, I was 16/17 years old and was still a baby cosplayer at that point. They were also about 4 years older than me, so they were jealous of a minor. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Brah.
Dear God.
So
Is
from
it
the beginning,
cosplay
already
about,
that Deimos has developed an
supporting
habit of,
everyone?
for lack of a better term, under-achieving, under-delivering on their promises. That's what I'm seeing here.
no kidding, dude. That's literally what it is with Deimos's issue here. They were basically over delivered, under fulfilled. Fucking, like, you'd think that it would be simpler. You think it would be simpler, but no. Like, it's like this is just one of those tip of the iceberg situations when it comes to Deimos. Let me get to part 2 of the video, assuming that it'll.
Okay, so here's part 2. So left it off. That's when they stopped communicating with me, and I tried again and again to get into contact with them. They kept reading my messages and leaving me on scene. And then it got to a point where they just stopped reading my messages completely. Yet they were active on their Instagram stories, and they were actively posting on their like main page. So yeah, they were actively ignoring. At about this point, I ended up like trying to reach out to other people, see if they knew about Deimos and like, you know, had any information for me, you know, what's going on. I was telling them that I was literally just wanting communication. Like, if they were busy, then that's fine. Just let me know when you have time to talk and tell me about the commission that I paid $350 for, right? So, turns out that I'm not the only person that's been affected. I'm not going to go into other people's personal information, of course. If they want to come out about this, then they will come out about it on their own time. But yes, there is a group of people that I've been in contact with. And this just isn't okay. This is a 31-year-old person who got paid $350 for a commission. You can't do the commission, just say so. So all this time passes, and I'm still not getting into contact with them, and then I realize that I have their Discord. So I get a hold of them on Discord, and I was like, I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt that your Instagram messages are broken, because I know that does happen, but I also know that they were actively ignoring me. And so I get a hold of them, and they say that, yeah, I'll ship it out, I'll give you tracking information, whatnot. And this is around the time that that hurricane, you know, hit in the Florida area. So naturally, post offices and other shipping companies, you know, they'll close down for like flooding and whatever other things. So that's fine. They told me about that, and I said, yeah, just send it out Tuesday or Wednesday. At this point, I was being a lot less nice, because I was done. I mean, it's already been 3.5-ish months from whenever I was supposed to originally get it. And a friend of mine who I was talking to about this had started putting little holes in their story. Whenever they said that it was done, but they left it at their house when the convention came around, they had told me that they were going to be putting extra details into the cosplay. And whenever I showed my friend that, they said, yeah, that right there tells me that the cosplay wasn't actually finished. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And then the whole thing with it being shipped to the wrong address, probably just still biding them more time to try and get it done. Well, fast forward, they finally ship out the cosplay, give me the tracking information, and I get the cosplay, and as you will be seeing in the unboxing video, it's just fabric. The piece that they actually did do work on looked exactly the way that it did in the progress photo that they gave to me 3 months ago. And it had pins in it. Like, what? Anyways, so, yeah, I didn't find out until I had actually taken that box of that cosplay to my friend's house to like go over what can be used, because bless them, they are helping me and they're actually making me the cosplay. Love them. But I showed them the fabric, and it wasn't until I was going back and looking at the conversation of mine and Deimos that I had realized this cosplay that they sent to me was just pieces of their Modao Zushi cosplay. Yeah. The pieces were not made at all for my commission. The only one that was made probably was the shirt piece, which again, you'll be seeing all the stuff. Yeah, so there is like this red cropped top piece, when that doesn't make any sense, because the cosplay that I commissioned was supposed to be like full red robes, right? That cropped piece, we found that there were deodorant stains on it too. Like, are you kidding me? It's embarrassing for you to have sent something out like that, thinking that there wasn't going to be any repercussions whenever I paid you $350 to make me this cosplay, and you send me random pieces of an old cosplay, thinking nothing of it. I don't understand how someone, a 31-year-old, can do that to somebody, especially if you're a competitive cosplayer. What? Anyways, so I will be posting more screenshots, and I will be posting the unboxing video of that cosplay. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. I was also, by the way, they blocked me. They unfriended me on Discord, so we don't have any mutual servers. I have no way of getting a hold of them on Discord. And they did this right after they shipped out the package to me. They unfriended me on Discord, they blocked me on Instagram, and I have literally no other way to get a hold of them except for request a refund, because we used Cash App. I requested a refund. I said, hey, this isn't completed. So I want a refund. And I'm probably not going to see that money. I'm going to try, and I will do everything that I can to get that money back, because that's $350. That's a lot for somebody who, you know, struggles with income and whatnot, but that's neither here or there. So yeah, I know that this has been long, but thank you for sticking with me, and like, just spread this around. I don't want other people to be affected the way that I have, to be scammed out of their money. I don't want any harassment towards Deimos. I just want them to be held accountable for their actions, especially because, like I said, other people have been affected by this person. But yeah, I'll be posting more screenshots, and I will also be posting the unboxing video. Yeah.
Oh, holy God, I think I'm gonna smack shit.
Man.
Fucking hell. And, like, if you go through the actual screenshots of the discussion that that Koifish had, or was trying to have with Deimos, while Deimos was over here fucking, like, ghosting him and fucking blocking him and shit. This is the most disgusting fucking thing I could fucking imagine. Like, it's unprofessional. It's unfucking heard of. Like, I'm on a fucking loss for words. Like, there's a fucking business exchange involved here, for fuck's sake.
Each living capitalismus and such.
Yeah, no, you'd think that you'd think that Deimos would have a fucking appreciation for that, but apparently fucking not. Anytime over our time knowing her, like, crapping all over whenever there's a commission that they pay for and they don't fucking get it in time, or it's like a couple days late and they go into histrionic and panic mode. For fuck's sake, it's embarrassing. Okay, like,
This is pretty embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure y'all can look up Koi Fish's third video, the unboxing, where they open it up and actually show you the pins in the stuff. You see the hems, the seams unsewn, like no seams on it, so you still had frayed edges on the fabric. You still have like she said, like they said, the fucking pit stains, the armpit stains. That's what fucking does it for me. Like,
come on, man, what happened to decency? And the sad thing is that this is just the biggest of the first of many times that we have heard this happen. Constantly overpromising, constantly under-delivering seems to have become like a running theme with this individual. One that has sadly become one that they just never changed on. And every time they get called out on it, what do? They block the person that called them out on it, and they just never speak with them again.
Just hide away.
Accountability. No desire to ever give a damn about anything there. It's kind of sad, I gotta be honest with you.
It is. Like, they've proven that they revert to like childish, crazy behavior anytime they're called out, even if it's over the simplest things. I would like to give an example if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
And Angel can help me out with this. Back in either 2015 or 2016, we talked about this. We were holding an episode of Los Amigos Play where we were streaming and playing Hyrule Warriors. Deimos was part of the stream. And throughout the majority of that stream, Deimos pretty much hijacked the episode, and Deimos was just spilling a whole bunch of tea about a whole bunch of drama. Like, I can't remember word for word, but it was a lot of drama that really had nothing to do with what we were doing, and it was getting a little tiresome to hear. And then there was a part, I don't know who she was arguing, I don't know who Deimos was arguing with, but there was a debate. Angel, do you remember what the debate was?
It was with Sean, you remember?
Yes.
It was.
And I recall
Sean.
that the only thing that happened was that Sean simply rectified her on something. He dared to actually rectify her. That's it. That's all that happened, by the way.
Like,
meaning
just
he corrected her. Yeah.
on like misinterpretation of something. I don't even fucking remember what the argument was about either. Like,
yeah, no.
She said something that was wrong about Legend of Zelda lore shit, and he corrected her.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that happened.
It was a small correction, and Deimos responded by storming out of the stream and hiding in the bedroom, and she was just pretty much making herself the victim.
That's it. That's all that happened.
That's all.
And then she proceeded to have what can only be described as a major freak out, and then she left. And then she just had an emotional problems, and we had to deal with the emotional problems. And I recall that at least one of you guys were trying to comfort her in the bathroom, because apparently being corrected on Zelda lore is like trying to shoot her dog or something. I don't understand this person. I genuinely was left like flabbergasted, like, really? This is what causes the freak out? What is wrong with you?
Like, seriously, like, it was embarrassing. It wasn't you or me, Jose. It was one of us two.
It was me. I had to talk with Deimos in the bedroom, like in Angel's bedroom, because we were streaming over at Angel's place at the time.
It wasn't a stream. It was pre-recorded before we got the streaming.
Right, pre-recorded. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This was pre-recorded. Man, oof. Those were the days.
What an absolutely fascinating case of what is wrong with you, bro.
Also, real quick, shout out to Nerd Report, my favorite. Louis Lecca is in the chat. Hey up, yo, how you doing, Louis? We appreciate you for joining us here on the Black Files. Louis Lecca, one of the hardest working streamers, one of the hardest working guys on YouTube. Go subscribe to Nerd Report. He is your favorite too. God dang it.
Yeah, cool guys who do cool things.
Exactly.
And they don't look at explosions like me.
We also have other folks in the chat who are giving their stories about Deimos here too. Let's see here. Clara Reeses, my sibling is a former friend, and I've heard about the friend group / fandom hopping once things stop going their way. Yeah, so basically when they realize that we're catching on to her bullshit, Deimos hides off and starts hanging with other folks. Let's see here.
And blocking everybody that may or may not call her out on her shenanigans.
Also, Kiki White Wolf is in the chat. Hey up, Kiki White Wolf. Welcome to the Black Files. And Louis Lecca, Nerd Report, he just dropped in a $5 super sticker. Damn, son.
Yay!
Thank you very much. And that's it's a lemon-headed person showing big hard eyes. Yay. I don't know what that is, but it's really sweet. Thank you.
When life gives you lemons,
we appreciate it.
Now, exactly, right.
And you throw them at Life's house, right?
Yes, the combustible lemons that'll burn your house down. With the lemons.
Precisely. Cave Johnson knows best.
Cave Johnson does know best. So let me take a look here. What else have we got? Let's see. B Barnes is not to make this here, but when they were friends with you, they talk about you. Oh shit! Oh my god! Damn! You're kidding.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay. B Barnes is saying over here, not to make this weird, regarding Hypnos cosplay, saying like, no, like not to make this weird, but when they were friends with you, they talk about you at work and told everyone you were their partner. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah.
No, so like the habit.
No offense, but that seems a little too
the person
personal.
they latch onto, they'll literally start saying that they're dating or they'll start chasing after that person and like actively just borderline stalking them because that's their new hyperfixation person. I literally, one of the reason one of my friends was messaging me, one of my stories being straight up how I met some of my friends was I got pulled into a Voltron group and they were like very flirty with me, very clearly like, again, had taken advantage of the fact that I was alone, sad, and dealing with a whole lot of shit and like not in a good mental headspace. Took advantage of that. So they were sweet talking me, being all, very like, very like, yeah, absolutely love bombing. And like, I understand neurodivergent people, we love bomb on occasion, not like as a negative thing. So I figure, oh, it's not the negative type. This is okay. Only to literally get there and be treated like absolute freaking garbage the entire time to like my friend pulls me aside and is like, what's going on? Tell me what's happening. I talked to them and they were literally just like, you're mine now. And now we've been friends for like years because like literally they saw that going on and went, no, this is not okay. How can you like message somebody and be this way towards them? Then they get here and you actively act like they don't exist. And like, that's what they'll do because I wasn't giving them what they wanted anymore and they needed to cause drama. So they had to make that drama happen one way or another. And they'll find a way, some of that being, you're my current obsession. I need to go after you and tell everyone that we're together.
Disturbing.
No, disturbing's too nice a way to put it. Angel, Jose, I'm sure folks we can all kind of agree that ain't disturbing. Disturbing would be, oh hey, I took a photo of you with your partner and I photoshopped my head on your partner's face. That would be disturbing. This, what Deimos has done with folks, apparently what they did with Bree with Hypnos here, apparently.
We're not the only two either.
No,
there's definitely
more of them. Of course not. Why am I even surprised?
They have a habit of going after people and like they have a habit of going after somebody who's in a committed relationship as well, where they'll actively try to insert themselves into that relationship. I've seen that. And once I've heard about it at least twice happening.
It's batshit fucking craziness.
Oh my goodness.
It's obsessive.
I am somewhat by this event. You don't want it to be right. You don't want it to be true. You want to believe that maybe it's not quite as horrible as you believe it is. But no, it turns out that it is exactly as horrible as you think it is. And in fact, oftentimes is a million times worse. You don't want it to be true, but that's what makes it worse, because it is true. And no, this person might genuinely be somewhat disturbed. Not like the band. The band is cool.
The band Disturbed doesn't deserve to be lumped together with Deimos in terms of comparison just by name over here. No, she's fucking nuts.
This is pretty stupefying, though.
Look at my face, slip in my soul, I'm gonna get a stupefy weapon. I know, I'm being dumb. It's the only way I can cope, okay? Give me a break. Fucking...
You're fine.
Cope, we cannot, in fact, cope.
No, we really can't. So I'm over here trying to, like, parse together everything, and I've got to let you guys know, for full transparency, a lot of the really crazy shit involving Deimos that really came to a head, it came to my attention to us about 2 months ago. And I cleared this with Jose, by the way. There was a moment on there where we were having discussions. Bree was with us in this discussion. We were celebrating K-Store's birthday. And we were all enjoying ourselves. We were just talking and shooting the breeze and all this stuff. And if I remember correctly, Bree, you had gone to... was this involving Katsucon? With you and Zayana? And or remind me. Help me clear that part up.
For which story? Sorry. There have been so many.
Okay. Putting it simply, Deimos was trying to say that you didn't need your wheelchair or any assistive device.
So I will say they've never said that out loud, at least nowhere within my vision. But I definitely have gotten the looks the couple times I've seen them at the once I saw them at Momo, which to be fair, when they saw me at Momo, they didn't see me suddenly coming past in a wheelchair, so they kind of had a double take because they didn't even I didn't even know they were going to be there. They had kind of a double take, and then I could see this look on their face of why do you have that? But I definitely can say at MetroCon while I was there were a couple of times I was rolled past their general area, which they would immediately walk the other way. But the second time it had happened, I almost I had half a mind to turn around because I had said something about I saw somebody with their chair, and they had one of the costumes that goes onto the chair as part of their chair, and I was so excited, and I was like, man, I need to do something like that eventually. That's so cool. I just want to be half as cool as that, eventually at some point. And they saw me, and I'm getting all excited about this, and I'm just saying, how man, I just need my chair to look like this one day. And they audibly laughed and rolled their eyes at me, and I was just I had half a mind to turn around and be you have something to say, you can say it to my face. I still can talk here and all that jazz.
Oh my fuck!
Just say it. Say how you feel about it.
I'm not surprised, but also wow.
Lots of people don't, if they've seen me when they saw me before I knew I had postural orthosciatic tachyardia, or POTS as it's known. Before I even realized I had that, I definitely people didn't really realize my symptoms just as much as I didn't. So there's a level of extent I understand where people just think it's weird. But at the same time, this wheelchair cost over $2,000, and I had to go fund me because my doctors believed me, but insurance in Florida is stupid about paying for wheelchairs. But yeah, no, I'm totally faking spending thousands of dollars on a wheelchair because, I have the funds to do that, apparently.
Yeah, it's like the furries who build those incredibly elaborate fursuits. This is pretty much the exact same thing, apparently.
Yeah.
How dare you be disabled, you piece of shit?
Now,
right?
Now,
listen, I put my body that every day.
Why aren't you putting yourself by your bootstraps like your ancestors that died at 30 of severe scurvy did?
Jesus, dude.
That's why I had to stop.
Damn it! Too many bootstraps, he said.
So many bootstraps. No kidding. Now listen.
For real though, that attitude, that very blasé, haha, but really, but haha, but am I joking? There is something skin crawling about that shit.
No kidding.
Just doesn't feel human to behave like that. Hey man, being disabled doesn't mean you're in a wheelchair 24/7. It just means you can't be on your feet 24/7 like the rest of us. People with disabilities live on their lives in spite of them, not because of them. They already have it hard enough without people that they once considered friends looking down and not quite stating it, but all but subtly saying, you're not doing this for real, are you? There's something disgusting about it.
Right? It's
weird.
Fucking, it's why would anyone go out of their way to try to fake something like this, dumbass? That's not how.
Well, there are people who are complete jackasses that do it, but they are the vast minority, thankfully.
Right.
Yeah.
On average, if you see a person in a wheelchair, you can safely assume they goddamn need it.
Yeah, the other thing too is not only is it expensive, it's exhausting. Why would I wouldn't gain anything from faking all of this at all.
Big arms.
The only thing I would get, quote unquote, gain is a lot of medical debt because oh my God, I'm at the doctor's office literally so often having to get all kinds of stuff done. I'm constantly just waiting on bills to come in to pay for that stuff. But again, the fact that you believe that people are going to fake this says a lot more about like their attention seeking than anything else, because they automatically assume people are doing what they're doing, which is, you know, making a big deal out of nothing, and or, you know, either exaggerating it, their own stuff, or even, you know, lying about some of it.
Exactly. It's filthy, you think
Now,
about it. It's very demeaning as well.
Now, getting back to it over here, when it comes to this stuff, I'm gonna let you guys know, and full disclosure, full 100% transparency here for you guys, because you know we're like, I'm not above owning up to a mistake when I fucking make one. All right, I say this shit all the time. Like, what's so hard about saying I was wrong? What's the problem with that? It's called learning from your fucking mistakes. It's called fucking trying to be a bigger person, or a better person from it on that. So basically, having heard these fucking horror stories about Deimos, and I really didn't want to register it, but later that night on the Ravensflock Twitter, after having heard this stuff and not really giving a lot of thought, but at the same time just rolling these stories that we've heard about Deimos through my head over the course of the evening, how the only thing that I could think to do, and it was stupid, but at the same time I felt at the moment that it was very justified. Through the Ravensflock Twitter profile, I had sent the one and only message to Deimos Cosplay in regards to this, and you'll see that that we hadn't actually messaged Deimos in 4 years prior to that. I only sent them this message. June 3rd, 2024, 2:04 a.m. Yes, I'm a night owl, sue me. This is all I sent to them. What a disappointment. Because I couldn't, I hear these stories about Deimos and I didn't want to believe them, but there was too much corroboration. There was too many pieces falling into place, and looking back at the behavior that Deimos had displayed around us over the years, that I wanted to brush off, that I wanted to try to believe and give the benefit of the doubt for. But no, seeing this shit, and after hearing Bree's story and other issues with Zayana and Dragonfang, hearing this stuff and having this come up this way, I couldn't help but fucking let Deimos have it with those 3 simple words.
Hey, Juan,
Yes.
are you going to say what happened during that one hallmark?
We're gonna get to it, but let Juan finish. Let Juan finish his story.
Oh yeah, that's gonna tie into that. Also, let me take a look over here, and real quick, Sarah Serenity, you don't have to worry about Mr. Quake over here. They're a chill dude, and they're just also very excited when it comes to talking about stuff. So you don't have to sweat it. So Deimos responded in a very Deimos cosplay way. You'll see that I have a little black bar here because Deimos sent an email literally naming it cease and desist. What was that?
Yeah.
Wait, that's what it was about?
Yeah. She tried to appeal to legality. Cease and desist. How dare you speak words about me, you filthy peasant.
Now, wow. and Zayana, because Deimos brought up what you were mentioning to me, what we ought to talk about, what happened to me personally with Deimos and all that. They bring this up themselves here in the email. And I'll read this out to you folks so y'all can see it for yourself. June 3rd, 9:35 a.m. So they wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, complete with the abuse and everything. So let me see here. To whom it may concern, I left you all alone for a couple of years now. I admit that it was wrong the way things happened, and I should have said something sooner that night at the con and handled it differently. I will not offer excuses for my state of mental well-being at that point. But 2 years later, I wake up to this after not having interacted with anyone from the flock for years? What the fuck is wrong? It's childish, and it's childish. Congratulations, you all fucking win. Go on and keep talking trash. I haven't done anything recently to warrant this behavior from you all.
Recently. That's the best part. Recently.
Yeah, we're preparing.
Like somehow all previous wrongdoing has completely been eliminated. Despite that, at no point has he ever offered any apologies for her already erroneous behavior. That's the mentality of it.
The lack of
if I don't see it, it's not there.
Exactly. It's like object permanence of the mind or whatever, and lack of object permanence.
Origin level goldfish.
There you go. That's what you got. Let's see.
Yeah,
It continues. The lack of respect and, quite frankly, a fully developed adult brain and petty childishness of this message really shows how some of you lack empathy at all. Leave me alone, as I have left you all alone for 2 years without even looking you all up. Deimos. Sent from my iPhone. And there they went ahead and showed the screenshots of the exact same message that I went ahead and sent. Now, I will, like I'm fucking saying over here, first off, folks, yeah. Was it stupid for me to send Deimos that through the Ravens Flock chat? Absolutely. Was it unearned? Nope.
No.
Not anymore.
Definitely.
Not anymore. Yeah, no. At the beginning, like, I first caught wind of the email because I'm linked to the same email and it pops up on my notifications. I told Angel about this, and at the time, me and Angel, we were just confused. Like, what the hell? Like, we didn't reach out to Deimos, and then I checked, and I'm like,
Phoenix Wright bullshit?
yeah. Then we found out who it was, and
me.
yeah, yes, Juan, we know, and
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
And Angel, don't worry about it. Like, me and Juan, we already argued about it, and we hashed it out.
Like, yeah.
I'm just happy to hear.
Yeah, no, it's like literally like I'll fucking say it, mea culpa. It's my B. And yeah, I'll own it if that was unprofessional, maybe, or if I should have sent it to Deimos from my personal Twitter. Maybe I should have done that instead. This I figured. And this was the rationale that I had. You can smack me upside the head if you want to say. We were all there. All of us members of the Ravens Flock were there when we were listening to these stories that night while we were trying to celebrate K-Storm's birthday. And we were at a ramen joint. It was fun. We had everyone had gigantic-ass ramen bowls. It was yummy, delicious, awesome. And we were also just like shooting the breeze, trading stories. And then we hear these...
Man, that ramen was the shit. It was amazing.
Right? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Now, like...
So
yes.
I want ramen, thank you.
Right? Like,
But continue, Juan.
And so my rationale on that was I had thought, with all of us having heard these exact same stories about Deimos, and all of us, while we were discussing it and trading these stories around the dinner table, we all had expressed with each other that exact same sentiment. That not well, some of us were being harsher with how we felt about Deimos and all that shit, but overall the tone is that's fucking disappointing because we expected better from Deimos. At least I expected better from Deimos. So
that was your problem. You expected.
Yeah, Juancho, I would not have had an issue of you doing it through the flock had you have talked with us first about it. If you'd have talked with me and Angel and Dragonfang and Zayana Rose and K-Storm about it before doing it, then we wouldn't have had that argument.
Regardless, what is done, and while Juan has taken accountability for his mistake and taken responsibility for his actions and properly apologized, oh shit, look at all those things that Deimos hasn't actually done.
Exactly, Jesus.
Crazy, am I right? Insanity in the braincanity.
Also in the chat, real quick, Zachary Sylvester's in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate
Hello.
you. He said in there, that isn't a very good email. They sent it from their iPhone, and it definitely isn't very professional. I really wouldn't have instigated, but I would have sent a bunch of questions to see if they want to offer a response. You're right. I should have been more interrogative rather than just expressing disappointment. And Cami is asking, will this video be saved to view later? Absolutely. All our streams all our videos, all our episodes of our programs on the Raised Flock are saved
They're
afterwards.
available on the replay.
Exactly. So you're free to rewatch on the replay or share with your friends. So yeah, I should have probably asked as a question rather than just expressing my disappointment, which I felt that I was expressing on behalf of all of us how fucking disappointed we are at Deimos's conduct. Because even though you're not a part of the team anymore, it's not like it's not like folks can would have to dig too deep to realize, hey, we used to be friends with this person and they used to be part of our channel. They used to be a big part of our channel. So what the fuck? That sort of behavior kind of negatively reflects poorly on us. My logic on it was like, why the hell is she acting like a horse's ass and thinking that it's okay to get away with this kind of shit? To which I'm gonna answer over here. Oh, Sarah Serenity was also asking. Sarah Serenity was also asking over here. Wait, what happened at WitchCon?
There were a lot of cons.
Oh, that is what Zayana asked me to talk about, and I'm gonna bring that up. And yeah, you know what? I'm getting a little more personal. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what was going on between myself, K-Storm, and Deimos. Now, for those of you who do not know me or do not know K-Storm, on a more personal level, we are very openly admitted that we're not only have been married for over 15 years now, happily so, but in recent years we also opened up our marriage and practice polyamory. We're both polyamorous. K-Storm is free to pursue romantic interests with other people. I'm free to pursue romantic interests with other people. And for a little part of, I'd say maybe 2 years or so, off and on, in 2020, 2021, we had a relationship online with Deimos. And Deimos had asked and wanted to be our shared partner. And we were very much in agreement with that. And we had, for the longest time, just exchanged messages with each other. And we had done things that couples do with each other. And we also wanted to try to spend time with them at conventions whenever we can. We realize that they're busy. They know that we're busy. We know how shit happens, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know that business. So the convention that Deimos is referring to in the email was Hallmat 2022, Holiday Matsuri 2022. And that's the one.
Yep, here we go.
So we finally managed to get some time with Deimos. We invite Deimos up to our room to have dinner with us two, and with our kid, our little bit. We're all just eating dinner, enjoying ourselves, and catching up, and enjoying each other's company, everything. And we were trying to ask Deimos when we might be able to have some alone time with Deimos, because our kid was okay with, we were going to have them run around the convention with us, and rather without us, and the three of us would get to have some alone time with each other. Deimos was being evasive. Deimos was like, oh, well, I have this shot over here. And like, okay, well, you've got this time, you got all this window over here. We're not doing anything, and we've got the convention itself covered. Well, let's go ahead and make some time there. And Deimos was like, yeah, sure, very non-committal. And they're like, okay, so well, I actually I have to meet up with some other folks down at the lobby of the hotel. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll walk you down, and that way you get your folks, you get your people. And as we're waiting for Deimos's friends to meet up with them, because I wanted to make sure, because this is while the convention was starting to wind down. It was late at night. People were starting to party in the hotel bar area. We all know what happens over there. And it was at that fucking moment that Deimos decided to say, I'm not sure if I'm ready for another relationship.
Yeah, sure. Screw it.
Even though you supposedly had been in a relationship online for some time before this.
And y'all, and just to be clear, Juan, you and Deimos and and K-Storm, you guys did not have a conversation about any troubles with the relationship up until that point, right?
Wait a second. So you're telling me that she promised under the liver, got cold feet, and backed out at the last second? Boy, doesn't this sound like a familiar story?
Yeah. And I'm asking this because I was also at home but like I wasn't there at the time when it happened. Like I was off with Angel and his brother Raphael. We were off doing our own hall match shenanigans, mainly eating
snacks. It was great.
We were eating expensive Italian food.
It was pretty fancy pasta, I'm not gonna lie.
You hobo, but then again,
but yeah, no, like once again, it would seem that her work ethic essentially spreads to her personal ethic, which is the reason why, as you guys will tell our beloved viewers in a moment, this person has systematically destroyed almost every friendship they had, every relationship they built, and every place that they have been to. It's fascinating to see it, but I'm saying this now because unfortunately it's getting close to 11:30 and I do have to turn in. I wish I had more personal matter that I could expose on Deimos, but she was more of a close acquaintance to me than anything else. So as you can imagine, when I found out what went down here, I was both shocked and no small amount of disappointment came through it. But for what I managed to gather here, their work ethic is the exact same one as her life ethic. Promise, promise, promise. Under-deliver, never acknowledge any fault, never apologize for your mistakes. Just turn your back and run away. So you can repeat the same process all over again. Am I in the ballpark? Because I swear to God, it's like a repeating pattern here.
Angel,
no, you are nailing it. And Deimos has no regard for any of the consequences that they've caused with their actions.
Truly disappointing. It is a shame that we had to learn this way, but well, better now than never, I suppose.
Right, and like, here's the thing. For me, it's not like, yes, I wept. Yes, I mourned the loss of that relationship. But the actual sticking point isn't so much that Deimos went ahead and broke my heart in the middle of a con. It's that Deimos didn't have the nerve to say this to K-Storm in her face as well. Cowardly.
Not. That is to face problems. We don't do that shit.
Sitting down.
And
I was so ticked.
And that is what I do not forgive. Now, and apparently, that is what Deimos thought that I was referring to when I went ahead and said that Deimos is a disappointment. No, I actually wasn't.
Oh no!
No, that was 2 years ago from the fucking date of this. I'm not fucking bothered by it.
You weren't talking about the package. You were talking about the entire assembly line.
Right? Fucking hell. Angel, since you said you've got a rollout, I'll let you go ahead and get your last words in real quick. But let us know what we've got to look forward to this Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. for this week's edition of Los Amigos Play.
Well, first off, your final thoughts, Angel.
Yes.
Well, final thoughts-wise, it is said that kindness is a mask easily shed behind closed doors. What people don't remember is that once they shed the mask, if they are allowed to get away with that behavior, they'll simply repeat it over and over again. It is a shame, honestly. I was kind of hoping that we never reached the point that there has to be an episode of the TheBlackFiles talking about this specific individual, but we reached that particular line because now people have to know that this is an extremely toxic person that they would not want to get close to because whatever virtues they may have very clearly been overshadowed by flaws that they are unwilling to address, unwilling to face, and obviously unwilling to acknowledge. I'm not even angry. I'm just kind of sad it had to turn out this way. But what I am not sad about is the fact that at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, we will resume to another episode of Los Amigos Play on YouTube and Kick. And I hope that you, our friends, will join together to continue the eternal tales of Naked Snake and his not-so-naked journey to the jungles of Grozny Grad, whatever the hell Russia town it is, because we have to fight for our freedoms. I don't know what the freedoms are, but we're going to fight real hard for them, and I sincerely hope that you guys will join us during that time. Thank you for having me here, and thank you for exposing the putrid evil.
I wouldn't call it evil, Angel. Just disappointing.
Well, yeah, that is too. Well, evil and its reasoning is often quite disappointing, isn't it?
You're not wrong. It's the banality of the evil. That's what actually gets it over here. All right, Angel, you go the hell to sleep. For the love of God, no job is worth your soul the way it's been consuming.
But I'm making so much money. I'm paying so many bills.
Jeez, dude. What the fuck, Starscream?
All right.
Yeah. The good news, you're making a lot of
Juan
money.
and
Bad
Joe,
news,
thank you
it's gone
kindly.
and
Sayana, Dragon Fan, thank you for having me here.
And Bree, don't forget Bree. Bree's in the chat, Angel.
Yeah, I know, but I'd rather have it and waste it than not have it. I was about to say, and Bree, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hearing from you again. What?
No, the joke you made, but go on.
What joke?
It's better to need it. No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's better to need it and spend it than not have it and need it and then having to sell my kidneys. Anyway, thank you, all of you, for having me here. Bree, it's good to hear from you again. And don't be a stranger. Let's not wait for the next occasion to check out that restaurant again, because that food was delicious. I look forward to hanging out with you and the twins in the future. I'll be seeing you all on Saturday. Please take good care and talk some more shit for me, will you?
No problem, buddy. You have a good night, Angel.
All right, good night, man.
All right, later, man. All right, there goes Angel Mendez. Like you said, check us out this Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern for Los Amigos Play. And Mr. Quake, you don't have to apologize. Also, Hyde is in the chat. Oh, shit. How you doing over here? And also, Saskia Nakai Cosplay is in the chat as well. How you guys doing? Vicente Guerrero also. Let me take a look here. Holy shit, there has been so much madness. Yeah, Minty Day was saying, Juan, this is not the first time I've heard Deimos has either tried to get in a relationship with a couple, whether it was consented upon or not. I'm just glad yours was consensual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wanted to... I wanted to fucking believe. I really did, because, like, seriously, it's like, we've got nothing but, we literally had nothing but love for Deimos when it comes to, like, having any sort of friendship or wanting to try and help uplift them, because that's what we do whenever we have, a separate partner, we want to try and help them out. Also, Hanari Solomon, holy shit, Hanari Solomon's in the chat. Oh, God. Yo, folks. Shout out to Hanari Solomon. They're an excellent fucking cosplayer. Also, Sarah Serenity. Follow them both, by the way. Everyone who isn't a cosplayer on here, follow the cosplayers that are in here. Go there and put it down your socials, everyone, please. Also, Tam is in the chat. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, thank you so much for being here. Kobe Bryant speaks Italian. Yay. Well, he did. And now he can't. But that's not the point. Yeah, thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you, Angel. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Bree. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying so many cosplayers in chat. That's great.
Yes, everyone network with each other. Find each other. Like, do me a favor. Yes, Saskia Nakai Cosplay. Like, everyone put your freaking Instagram handles on there, and I'll make them into links for everyone to link with each other. Yes, please. Like Sarah Serenity, she's an excellent cosplayer. She's big on Walking Dead. She's done cosplays of other characters too. Hanari Solomon, my favorite Captain Rex stan, a fellow Star Wars nerd, who is just someone I've got nothing but love and respect for. Hyde, West Dragon, all y'all are excellent cosplayers. Go ahead and follow each other, please. And yes, Rachel Ellis passed away, Mr. Quake. We know, memento mori to her. We were going to bring her up Saturday night. Like, see, this is the fucking thing. Rachel Ellis passed away. The voice of Misty and Jessie from the original Pokemon series passed away. I could have fucking had us talk about that tonight instead. We could have talked about the ridiculous circle jerk between the space baby Dick Rocket Man, the Elon Musk, and the fucking idiot orange Mussolini fucking Donald Trump. We could have talked about that and how fucking ridiculous they both were on their Love Fest masturbatory Twitter talk. I could have talked about that instead.
Wancho, we could have been talking about Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling getting slammed with a cyberbullying lawsuit.
Right, Imani Khalif, the Algerian Olympic gold medalist boxer, by the fuck way. We could have talked about her filing a lawsuit against Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling for cyberbullying. But no! I gotta talk about Deimos! Because fuck this noise, man. Jesus God in heaven.
I know.
Oh my god! It really does make me want to barf because I want so badly to just not have to deal with Deimos. I really didn't want to, but this whole situation had been bubbling up when Zayana and Dragonfang had made me aware that this happened to Koifish cosplay. I'm like, okay, nope, that's the fucking line. That's all I can say.
Shout out to Jazzy for sending it to me.
Right? See, there you go, Jazzy. Thank you for cluing us all in. Jesus Christ. Ugh! I want us. Since I was showing our receipts over here, and I was breaking the fourth wall, breaking kayfabe, letting you guys get an inner peek onto how we operate in the Ravens flock. I'm gonna let you guys know on one thing. We were debating amongst all 6 of us in the Ravens flock, myself, Jose, Angel, K-Storm, Zayana, Dragonfang, all 6 of us sat down on a Zoom call just like this, and we were saying, like, okay, what are the pros and cons of discussing Deimos tomorrow night? So, and Angel had an excellent point that we don't want to give Deimos the time of fucking day because they're not fucking worth the oxygen and the effort and the fucking emotional capital it takes to fucking bring this stuff up. And I personally really didn't want to make it about the personal relationship issue that I had with Deimos. I really didn't. But at the same fucking time, seeing that Deimos is doing this to more people than we had actually even realized, in terms of mistreatment, in terms of scamming people out of money or out of resources, or being a phony ass friend or whatever, and doing this to so many more people to the point where it's costing people money now.
Oh, it's been costing people money for years, though. How many times did they literally just run out and move somewhere new because they ran out of people in that area to exploit to cause drama because they're addicted to drama? They literally find ways to just exploit everybody around them, start talking behind people's backs, and turn people against each other to actively cause drama if they're not getting enough in their life.
Oh, well, in that case, if that's the case, hey, Deimos, the pusher man's over here. Come and put it right in your fucking veins. If they're addicted to drama, then they better be listening in and just zydrating that shit up their nose with our stream tonight, if that's how they're fucking feeling. Because I swear to God, this shit is absolutely abhorrent. And the argument that I made was exactly what I told everyone over here tonight. Deimos's behavior has been completely the opposite of what the Ravens flock stands for. It's not just Deimos is being harmful to people, but Deimos is actively going out of their way to being harmful in a way that not just negatively reflects bad on us on our channel, but is actually the kind of motherfucker that if we didn't fucking know them, if we had just heard about this person, we'd be blasting them anyway. So fucking why not? What is it? We brought up Autistic Tiger. The parents of that poor kid. He's what, a 9-10-year-old boy who has autism, and his stepfather.
And their parents are pressuring him and hammering him down to get him to do artwork to sell it in their vendors
at conventions. And it's
and it's awful.
Oh yeah,
I fucking hate it. I don't like seeing children being used and exploited.
Especially when it comes to children who they so brashly fucking announce this is the Autistic Tiger. That means that this kid is they're trying to play up the fact that their kid is on the spectrum, and they're trying to use that as like a crutch or as like a selling point for fucking the kid's artwork, and it's disgusting. We've called that motherfuckers out. The child is completely blameless. The child is not to be harmed, but their fucking parents. I never. Dios me salve, me quita de pena y me lleva a descansar. I swear to God, may I never see them in public, because that's exploitative, it's harmful, and it's fucking disgusting. We've called them out. We've called out con owners who have mistreated people and who have sexually abused people. We have called out fucking other nerd brands who try to shit on us, who try to get us torn down because they think that we were trying to slight them when we didn't even fucking know they even fucking existed. We've done that shit before. What is the fucking difference with Deimos? None.
Yeah. Hey, well, and people in chat are been asking where's like a place for them to like submit their stories and stuff like that, because like
easy if you
want if they wish to if they wish to actually want to, like, if they want to email us directly, like they can email us at theravensflockonline@gmail.com.
Exactly. Yes, you can email your stories to us over here, or you can also send it to our Instagram messaging, which is also at the Ravens Flock Online. Let's see here. Ravens Flock on. Stop that. Fuck you. Online@gmail.com. There. If you want to share your stories, you're welcome to do so this way, and we'll go ahead and bring this forward over here. Lisa Boo, thank you for that. Truth hurts if you're hiding from it. You're goddamn right. Oh my god, yes, if you want to send your stories privately to us, you're welcome to do so. As a matter of fact, there was one cosplayer who had messaged us over here, and they asked to remain anonymous. I'm going to read this directly from something that they sent us over here through our Instagram chat. And apparently they sent this to Koifish also. So they're just asking to be kept anonymous for it. So I'll simply read the statement that they sent Koifish over here. And I hope that's all right, because that's what they gave me here. Hi, Koi. A friend of mine sent me your video about Deimos, and first off, I just want to say how sorry I am that you're going through this. I hope you're able to take them to small claims court and get your money back. I used to be friends with them, and I wish I could say I'm surprised by this behavior, but I'm not. There's a lot of backstory there, and none of it actually directly involves me, aside from when they made me a cosplay as a gift and also did not fit me, but several of my friends who were closer to them than I ever was. They ended up blocking me and several others in 2018 on Twitter and deleting me on Facebook. I didn't have Instagram until a couple years ago. I went to their profile, but it's now private. Because I dared associate with people that they wronged. Anyways, I mainly just wanted to extend my condolences to you and wish you the best of luck with finally getting your cosplay from your friend and hopefully give Deimos what's been coming to them. So, holy shit. Yes, and Jurassic Jazzy, you're right. In a couple of weeks, say 2 or 3 weeks from now, you folks are more than welcome to come back and we'll read your stories. If you like, just be sure to let us know in the email or in the Instagram message if you want to be kept anonymous or not. All right, please be sure to let us know. Otherwise, I'm going to end up blurting your name, and I don't want to do that if it was by accident, especially if we didn't mean to. Blech. Okay, please. Pretty please. Speaking of goldfish brain memory, that's me when it comes to...
All right, hang on a minute. What's up?
So, remember when we mentioned that they moved across the U.S.?
Yes.
Well, that was when our friendship was starting to fall apart, and they ended up berating me harshly that I was not there constantly every day, reassuring them that they're okay, because moving is stressful. Sis and I know this because we literally just had to move after a very unfortunate family event last year. But which actually brings me to what happened was at that point when they were moving, our grandma was not feeling well. So I even told them, listen, I'm dealing with my grandma being sick. I'm really worried for her. So I'm not reaching out right now. But, I was in the wrong, which annoyed me because I am also allowed to, have things to go through and, needing to not reach out.
How dare you have things that, she just makes me really pissed off.
Yes. So actually, can I continue with the apology thing?
Feel free. Go right ahead.
Okay, so for one, when our friendship completely decimated after Katsu, I think it was 2022, that was actually when they said that they needed, I think it was $143 extra because their credit cards were maxed, so they couldn't pay for all the room. So I was forced to pay that extra on my card, and I barely had money for food because of that. And I even had to beg one time to be able to sleep on the bed because my back was killing me. And I was sleeping on the mattress. I was, I think, the only one who was sleeping on the mattress. But yeah, there was a huge debacle, which was with me and being able to cosplay as Gilgamesh, my first ever armor cosplay that I ever made. I had no clue what I was doing. Yes, I agree. I was a bit too excited over telling people, oh my gosh, I'm going to be cosplaying Gilgamesh. I was so excited that I made something. I mean, mainly the silver portions of the armor I made. I was really proud of myself. I've never
You did an
done
excellent
armor
job, by
after
the
that.
way. Shit.
I'm probably gonna end up tossing it. So it's, but yeah, there was just a big. It was bad, but there was one time in that hotel room when I was stepping over their dress because they just left it in the middle, and because I had to get to the balcony, and they didn't move it, so I carefully stepped over it, and they got mad and they started screaming at me, and I kept asking them to please stop yelling at me, please lower your voice, please stop yelling at me. And I barely remember anything about that because that was yeah, that was, I don't even know how long that yelling lasted. But yeah, after that, I never, or was it 2020? It was something. No, yeah, it was like 2020. I don't remember. It's really hard to remember years at the moment. But yeah, I never talked to them again after that. But 2022, they actually sent me a message at Katsu. That was 2 years ago, and because some of my friends were trying to tell me to apologize, talk with Deimos, and patch things out, and I was still hurt over being like I was made to feel like my armor was trash because I took the spotlight away, which I wasn't trying to. I was again really happy. I made something that I've never tried to before. I still am very novice when it comes to doing foam work, but I'm trying. It's fun. But so they sent me a message, and I actually had, I think, 2 or 3 friends who went to the same meetup point. It was the gazebo.
Mm-hmm.
And people were raving, they were playing music, and so I was kind of looking around for them. They came with their now ex-boyfriend, and my friends kind of kept close, just in case something happened, just to support me. And so we were talking. I did end up apologizing, saying, I'm sorry that because I did, I said stuff before that was wrong, so I apologize for that. And then they ended up dragging me away from everyone towards almost where the another little hallway was, which I really didn't like that, but I didn't get a chance to call out to a friend. But yeah, then they took me downstairs and they showed me messages that they were talking to, I'm guessing, an ex-friend, but apparently they still follow me on Twitter, about how awful my makeup was, and that they were the only reason why I ever looked good, because they only did some of my makeup, not all of it, by the way. I just had issues getting my my eyeliner perfect and everything because I have shaky hand. And I was just like, what is this? You knew that I'm still a beginner with with a makeup. I know I'm still a beginner. And
Beginner my ass. Sorry, you're a freaking
they,
fiend.
listen, I have a lot of work to do. So.
Well, you're still badasses. Shit.
Thank you. But they had a picture that they were showing this person that my makeup was terrible. Here's the thing, I didn't have any makeup on. This was a picture of me as Cindy from 15 at a beach, because it was a beach meetup. I didn't have any makeup on. I just had contacts on. And I was smiling. You know how my eyes kind of crinkle up when I smile? Yeah. I had no makeup. So they were falsely saying that my makeup was bad when I had no makeup.
Like, what makeup,
so I even
asshole?
told them that I was actually kind of, yeah, okay, you apologize, but that hurts. You know, I've said multiple times, I am a beginner. And again, cosplay is supposed to be about building people up and everything. Even if you see someone with cosplay that you can tell they're a beginner, oh my gosh, your cosplay looks amazing, because you know that makes them even more. You're like, really? Be even better next time, you know?
Yeah. Like, that's like the whole thing of the cosplay community is like, okay, we're like, if one person's just a beginner and they're and someone else is there who's more advanced or is more better at expert at like in doing in scenes work or working with leather or makeup work or digital,
you should get them tips.
like light up shit on there, like to cross pollinate people's thoughts and skills and shit in order for us to be able to uplift each other. That's what we're supposed to fucking do. I'm sorry.
Well,
I thought we had this idea of us all being nerds and we're all supposed to, you know, help each other because we're all fucking nerds. Like, forgive me, I thought that we were supposed to be, you know, better than the assholes who keep us down in the real world. Fuck, man. Jesse Eisenberg. Sorry, go on.
And also, it's like I did ask them a lot of times, like, hey, do you think this looks good? Because, you know, I at that time had really appreciated, you know, their eye for detail and everything. I appreciated their opinion. So that's why I asked. And they constantly kept getting annoyed, saying, why are you asking me? I don't know armor work. And which I did say several times, it's because I appreciate your opinion. I want to know what you think. Maybe you'll see something differently that I see. So I did say, you know, that it did hurt me that they acted like that when I just wanted another opinion.
Right.
But I ended up introducing someone back to Deimos, and I still wish that I didn't, just because then they wouldn't have had to go through what they did. And to you, I am so sorry that I reintroduced you to them and that they did this to you. It is so wrong, and I really hope you can forgive me. I am so, so sorry. You did not deserve anything that they did. And that also goes to everyone else. I am so sorry that Deimos had wronged you, because, I mean, it's one thing to do that and then apologize and grow from it. It's because we've all done stupid stuff.
Yeah.
We've all done stupid stuff. I mean, it's a no-brainer. But to at least apologize, like, hey, I was wrong. I was an idiot. I am so sorry. And you learn from it. But if you keep doing the same thing again and again and again, it's...
At some point, you gotta wonder if it's like, maybe
if it's
you're the fucking
change.
problem.
It becomes a pattern of behavior, and it's no longer an isolated incident.
Exactly.
And I actually saw them last I wasn't at last Hallmat, but the previous one.
Then.
Yes, I guess it was 2022.
Yeah,
we weren't at 2023. Yeah. We actually were leaving the hotel. I mean, so this is so we took most of our stuff, brought it down to my car. We were coming back up, but when we were in that long hallway stretch, we were talking to our best friend, and I kind of look forward to make sure I'm not going to run anyone, and I see a certain someone walking towards us. And they acted like nothing was ever wrong. They even, and because Deimos always hated my sister, Dragonflight.
For some odd reason, I didn't do anything to slight her in one bit.
And
exactly, it's like, what the fuck?
They acted all, you know, I mean, they're acting courteous, so you know what? I'm gonna act courteous too, you know, because I can act courteous in public, even if I have an issue with you, you know. So I'm like, oh, hi, how you doing? What's going on? And so they hugged us, and they even hugged Sis, which again was...
The thing is, the only thing I could see them hating me is someone talking behind my back and telling them all sorts of untrue bullshit, which I'm pretty sure someone did to get that reaction of them hating me.
Holy Lord.
But that was like a very quick hello, and then we went on our way. But I was not expecting to see them. So
Yeah, no kidding. Let me get into the chat over here because I'm seeing everyone's like popping off over here. Let me see. Physetter Macrocephalus, how you doing, Sperm Whale? Welcome to the Black Files. I get things can be expensive and involve a lot of hard work, but damn. Let me see here. Sarah Serenity saying, Fang and Zay, can I give y'all hugs? I'm pretty sure that's all right.
please, we love hugs.
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Vicente Guerrero, at some point when someone is yelling at you, you stop being nice. Soon after, you yell back, shut the fuck up now. Yeah, no kidding.
That's the thing. I didn't because I really don't like being yelled at. And
maybe
it was an awful experience because at least I think I was, because again, I barely remember things. I think I was, calmly saying, can you please stop yelling at me? Can you please stop yelling at me? So.
Yeah, no fucking kidding. Like I've got to also see someone over here. Akadra Knox is in the chat. Hey up, Akadra Knox. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Black Files. They're saying here, you are allowed to be proud of your accomplishment and to be excited that a vision you created came together the way you wanted. Right? And Carbonite Stardust also saying, when people hate on my accomplishments, I just ask them, did that make you feel better? Because it's not about me. Right? Oh, like shit. No, that's a good one there. Fuck, that is good. Sarah Serenity also saying, queens help each other's crowns, spoiled princesses knock them over. Fuck. And Hanari Solomon was also saying here, let's see, I was somehow in Deimos's inner circle. Let's see here. Oh, I have so much tea. See, I got the quote, I'm gonna slide up to you and try to be your best friend treatment and sling your name around so people trust me treatment from Deimos. So, basically, the only reason Deimos tried to get in good with Hanari Solomon was to trade on Hanari's name. Which, again, by the way, Hanari Solomon, you are a badass motherfucker. I remember meeting you at Omni Fandom Expo, and you were at one of the panels, and you'd already started getting your drink on over there, and it was so cool and fun to get to talk to you while we were all getting ready to go to Sloshville. Sorry, but that was minor aside. Let me see here. Let's see, Aid in My Love, yeah, cool. The Hyde saying, OMG, being an adult and being civil, something Deimos can't do without crossing many boundaries. Yeah, no fucking kidding. And Wes the Dragon also saying, you either got flight, fight, or fawn, trauma responses. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, holy shit. Minty Day has been messaging us over here in the Instagram DMs over here, and I'm just gonna double check over here. They said that I don't mind if you share on the stream. I'm gonna read to you exactly word for word what Minty Day was sending us over here in the DMs, if that's all right with y'all. I'm gonna try and buzz on through this. I won't be able to show the screenshots that Minty Day shared over here because it's like, this is a mobile feature, it's not supported, but fucking whatever. Okay, so I'm going word for word. Buckle up. Hey, so I'm sharing this here. I said something about it in the chat, but I was once friends with Deimos during from 2020 to 2022. We were in the same fandom, and I was introduced to them through my ex. I honestly wish I would have seen the red flags from our first interaction, but I gave them a chat. We ended up bonding over our mutual love of Twisted Wonderland because we were both in the same server. In 2021, I had a house fire that completely upended my life, and it put me in a very bad depression. Let's see here. But where I was suicidal and I had attempted to myself multiple times. One of these times was in April 2022. I used to have a personal Twitter account that I would post about my life that only close friends could see, and Deimos was on this. I had a really bad breakdown and removed everybody on that account except for my main account because I had made plans to and Hero, myself, in my car, and I didn't want other people to know, but I wrote about it on that Twitter. Holy shit. For the record, I'm reading this cold, by the way, guys. Like I was letting it go through, and I was interacting on it so they knew that I was reading, but I'm reading this shit cold, and oh my fucking god. Hi, K-Storm. How you doing, honey? Love you. And Little Bit, good night. I love you. Go the fuck to bed. What, like, All right. Good night.
Yeah, the story is a lot to take in. My goodness.
That's just the first. That's just the first message, Joe. That's just the first message.
Oh no, and there's more.
But wait, there's more. I didn't go through with it, but later, thank you for not going through with it. By the way, Minty Day, holy fuck! Listen,
yes, very, very happy you didn't.
Listen, I've tried multiple times in my time. 0 out of 10, I don't recommend. So if you need to chat with me personally on that, you're welcome to do so. I'll send you if you want to.
We also want to remind our viewers that we do have resources available thanks to Popcorn Planet.
Yeah, I'll share the link to the Google Doc that Andy Signor and the Popcorn Planet team went ahead and put together in order to help folks with these kind of situations. If you're having mental health issues, or if you feel that you need to reach out to people, I'm going ahead and I shared that in the live stream. Remember, folks, we have ways to get through this shit. And oh yeah, I was still a bigger cosplay. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. I didn't go through with it, but later that year I was planning a cosplay group with Deimos, but things started to feel really off and really distant. I had noticed that Deimos had soft blocked me because I was no longer following their account and they weren't following mine. So I approached Deimos about the situation. I'm going to send you the messages from that. Mind you, I really thought Deimos was one of my close friends, and I was really hurt and confused. I didn't know what was going on, and I just wanted some clarification from them. We then kind of had a light chat after that, but then Deimos brought up their birthday celebrations that they were going to have at Hallmat. It was completely out of the blue, and I was taken aback a little. I had found out from another friend of mine that I needed to be wary of Deimos because they had told another friend of mine that the only reason why they were still keeping me around as a friend was because they were also friends with my ex, and I was entertainment for them. They just wanted the drama. So knowing this and getting their message, I told them that I didn't know where we stood as friends because I was honestly really upset because hearing something like that about someone you considered your friend while also seeing their reaction and them soft blocking you and trying to tell you that they didn't was really hard. We ended the friendship on what I thought was cordial terms, but I later found out from other people that in 2023, Deimos had been going around telling everyone about how much of a bitch I was during the friendship and how awful a person I was. I was still recovering in 2023 from a bad mental breakdown that led to me being Baker acted for harming myself because I felt like I was losing everything, including my friends. That's my story on Deimos. I don't mind you sharing it on the stream. By the way, we met when I was still a bigger cosplayer, going by the name Day Cause Art. Yeah, no, I remember us meeting over here, Daycause, but, like, for real, we can, if you need to chat, you're more than welcome to chat with me personally on that kind of stuff anytime. Oh my fucking god!
I think I need to eat, like, a chocolate cake after reading this.
Like, how do you take advantage of somebody in that type of situation, though? That's, like, what really gets me is not only, like, straight up just using you day that way. Like, it makes me, I want to punch a wall. I want to go Kyle on a wall. Cause like,
I Kylo Ren a wall, just slash it apart.
It's evil. That's just straight evil. I'm sorry. That's evil.
Very much so.
Like, I'm over here thinking, like, okay, being a catty asshole is one thing. Being fucking unprofessional when you're trying to take commissions or making costumes for other people, that's one thing. But this shit, this is fucking disgusting. This ain't no fucking, I'm a fucking queen. No, this is like actual catty high school bullshit. Motherfuck,
I think we're all too old for that.
I'm seriously too old for this shit. I'm over here like I'm probably the oldest person this motherfucker had crossed over here. I'm 30-fucking-7, going on 30-fucking-8 this fucking December, and yeah, this is how you know I'm fucking wound up. So I'm fucking pissed off. I do not need this kind of horse shit from a motherfucker. I am too old, I'm too tired, and I work with goddamn children. Yes, by the way, the Ravens flock, you're all my children. Even though Jose's the head of the team, you're all my children.
Hey, I thought that we're sister brother. Wow.
10 galleons!
We got demoted.
I'm fucking kidding. But no, like we don't need this kind of shit. I left fucking high school behind fucking 20 years ago. I don't need this bullshit. Motherfucker.
Here's the thing. We left high school so long ago, but what I miss is the cosplay culture way back in the days where there was no elitism. We just could walk around and literally no one had good makeup, no one had good clothes because they were all from eBay, no good wigs,
no falsies either.
and it was all about just meeting new people and just feeling out of our characters.
All your cosplays from eBay.
Yeah,
So
but
I
nowadays,
do miss that.
yeah, no, I agree with you. But like nowadays, if you look at the current landscape, like the cosplay community is not like the whole cosplay scene is no longer like something that's unique. It's now slowly bleeding into. I don't want to say
just
common.
as toxic as real life.
Well, I was going to say, like, I don't want to say that it's commonplace, but like now it's starting to bleed into like the main light, and yeah, no, the culture that it's festered, it's now like it's become a clash of egos because there are elitist cosplayers who honestly think that they are larger than life, and when egos clash, well, there is collateral damage.
Like, you gotta stay fucking humble with this kind of fucking shit is what is the thing that Jose's trying to fucking say. Even when you're up on top, remember where you fucking came from. We all fucking came from fucking things where we fucking closet cosplaying and learning how to hand stitch because we can't afford a fucking sewing fucking machine. Learning how to work with thermoplastics back when you had to order them from like industrial sites. There wasn't no fucking crafting warbler shit. You had to get Thermoflex or whatever the fuck it was, and like fucking you had to learn how to make armor on your own with fucking sanding it down and putting plaster on it and it fucking cracking. We learned this shit from the ground up back in my day. No, okay.
Wancho, I don't want to sound silly,
but cloud. No.
Wancho, I don't want to sound silly, but like in the past minute and a half, you said fuck 13 times.
Fuck yeah, I said fuck 13 fucking times. I'll fucking say fuck all
my
the fucking want.
With that being said, yeah.
Sorry, Alina Locke is in the chat. Hey up, Alina Locke. Welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate your face here. I'm so happy to learn all that now. Being in the circle of several of Deimos' mutuals, at least I'll know to be careful now. Yes, stay informed, stay alert. Let folks know Deimos is not to be fucking trusted over here. And yes, you're right, Hyde. Suicidal ideation struggles here. I can empathize a lot. I'm glad you're alive. So am I. Fuck yeah. You didn't let this shit kick you over here, Minty Day. So we appreciate you. And yeah, Mr. Quake is over here saying like jocks are nicer now. Are more nicer. That's because a lot of the jocks are also nerds. Jose,
and they're himbos.
How many fucking nerds are there in pro wrestling? Name them. Fucking go on, please.
Okay. All right, fine. But only because I'm about to go to bed because it's past midnight. But there is the WWE tag team, The New Day. They're a bunch of nerds.
Nerds.
They're video gaming nerds. Yeah. There's the newest signee WWE wrestler, Jade Cargill. She cosplayed as a character from My Hero Academia during a tour in Japan.
Yeah. And what do you call it? There's also Shayna Baszler, who's a former UFC champion, the only woman in history to make Ronda Rousey tap out. She's a fan of Warhammer 40K, right?
Yes, and then there's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, the top WWE champion. He's a fan of Legend of Zelda, and his favorite character from the X-Men series is Mr. Sinister.
And he's also a fan of Metal Gear Solid. So yeah.
Yes.
Nerds! The nerds are running the gyms now, son! Fuck.
Anyway, that being said, it is 12:07, and it is time for me to turn in myself.
Yes, please, Jose. And since you're turning in tonight, give us your final thoughts and let us know what we have to look forward to on tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, Jose.
All right, so I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Like prior to even having that meeting last night, prior to all of this, I was having reasonable trepidations about doing an episode to talk about Deimos because I try to avoid bringing it back up because, like, it's something that I don't personally want to relitigate because I don't I don't like that stuff. But Juan does make a very good, compelling argument. It's becoming her antics, her behavior is becoming more apparent, is becoming more public now. Like more people are now catching on to it, and knowing what we know now, like it's just fucking awful. And like I said, this is not an isolated incident. This is a series of like stories that have matched up with the stuff that we already know, that we've previously known, if not worse. And while and I just and honestly, like my heart goes out to like all the folks who are like affected by Deimos, like especially on this freaking level. Like, my goodness gracious, like I just I'm trying not to rant. I know we agreed we should be ranting here, but I really feel let down and disappointed at Deimos, and I guess the only thing we can do is just move on and look out for each other and just hold ourselves accountable for what we do.
You got it, Jose. All right. No, you've made your point succinctly. I appreciate that, Joe. And you're right. We've got to hold each other to account, especially with someone stepping out like this. All right. So like I said, Jose, what do we have to look forward to on your program on tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind?
For tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we'll be reviewing a lot of matches, including the NXT Tag Team match that happened on Tuesday night, where Chase U fights off against Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the mathematician superhero. Don't ask me how that works. It's just weird for me to explain. And of course, on
the NXT Tag Team Championships.
I'm talking about the character Axiom, but yeah. And of course, over on AEW Dynamite side, the Acclaimed are challenging for the AEW World Tag Team titles against the Young Bucks. And over on TNA Impact, Nick Nemeth, the TNA World Champion, defends his title against Mustafa Ali. And we and Juan will have a full review ready for tomorrow night.
All right, we appreciate you, Jose. Go the fuck to sleep, all right?
All right. Thank you very much, Juan, for having me on. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. Bree, it's great hearing you again. And thank you for coming on and talking with us. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah. And folks who are watching and folks who are listening in and watching at home right now, thank you guys have been awesome in the live chat, sharing your stories. I want to send out a huge thank you to everyone who has responded to Juan's inquiries and sending over stories with their consent.
So yeah, we appreciate every single one of y'all, guys. Every single one of you fine folks. Jose, I hope you have yourself a good night over here. All right.
Absolutely. Folks, please be responsible of where you get your news from, and remember that we are all human beings at the end of the day, and we have to treat each other as such, and not treat each other like less than that.
Well said. All right, Joe. You have a good night. Go the fuck to bed.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right, I appreciate it there, Jose. Thank you.
Hey, Jose.
All right, so yeah, that's Jose Casabona, the head of the Ravens flock. He's just signed off for the night. I'm going to continue for just a little while longer, but I am going to wrap us up soon. I'll say, and I'm saying soon as in like within the next half hour or so, maybe. Let me take a look here. Hanari Solomon went ahead and shared their story here regarding Deimos. And with your approval over here, Hanari, I'll go ahead and I'll read off exactly what was said over here. So give me a moment. No, not that way. Not that way. There we go. Okay, so they literally went, "Oh, hello, I found it. Cracks knuckles." I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good. All right, folks. This is from Hanari Solomon. I became friends with Deimos at Katsucon 2022. We were both in Twisted Wonderland cosplay, and we met through a mutual friend. I was Malleus. They were some version of Fairy Galaville that they'd made up. I realized that our mutual friend didn't have a photographer, so I offered to shoot them just so they would have content. I ended up shooting their cosplay, and they clung to me for the rest of the con. We went back to our mutual friend's hotel room, and Deimos started complaining about a group of people that they were that they were fighting with, and us like a bunch of bozos ate that shit up and told Deimos that they needed to stand up for themselves. Looking back on it now, I realize that it was all fake. Over the past 2 years, I've had to deal with Deimos using my name to try to get them opportunities and connections with people in an attempt to try to solidify herself as a cosplay guest. She consistently walked around and talked to my friends and people that I knew and kept trying to tote that she was my best friend, even though she never talked to me outside of things that she wanted to talk about and never reached out to me about my own interests or what I was doing. She only reached out when she wanted something from me. And I found out later that not only did she steal a large sum of money from a good personal friend of mine, she also refused to pay 2 months of rent, and then went to MomoCon and essentially begged for money on the whole weekend and made another one of my friends pay for their parking there. They tried to confront me afterwards to ask me for a favor and to apologize to me for whatever I might have heard about her. But it's just straight up disrespectful. She used me for photos and tried to ride my name for clout and did nothing but take things from me without ever expressing interest in who I was as a person as opposed to what I could provide her. I'm truly disappointed to know that this is a pattern, and I am appalled I bothered to give her my friendship. Holy fucking shit, Hanari. Oh my Lord in heaven. Ugh!
Sounds like what they used to do with my disability panel when, like, they, because I do a lot of advocacy work, and, like, I'm quiet about, like, when things get done and, like, when I help events do stuff. Like, I don't put that on blast because, like, what's important is the thing happening, not, like, who's going behind the scenes with that stuff. And they did not like the fact, like, once they realized, oh, that's really, like, not something I'm super loud about outside. Hey, this is a thing, and, like, here's how to help people. And they just would not want to participate and would drop on me constantly, like, right before things, because they weren't getting the clout they wanted from that.
No, they just weren't getting the attention and the clout that they were looking for on this shit. Curvy Cosplay is in the chat too. Sorry,
rides on that so much.
No,
Yeah, and also, if you do not have the money to pay rent, don't go to a con. Don't buy cosplay.
Buying anything.
Literally, due to having to move and everything, Sitz and I missed last year's Katsu.
So many cons that we wanted to go to, but guess what? We didn't.
This year's Katsu, last year's Hallmat, last year's Metro. We only came to this Metro because, one, you guys were able to say, hey, you can stay in our room. Yeah. So that's the only, we had not been to a con since the Katsu.
Since KatsuCon.
No, last KatsuCon, 2023 KatsuCon was our last con, yeah. So it had been over a year since we went to a con because, we had to pay for a house. We have to pay bills.
Move, most of all. We had
to go to a different town. It's fucking nightmare.
Yeah, so you can't say you have no money for something and then turn around and somehow have money or borrow money from other people to pay for a con. That means you just do not know how to manage your money, and that is bad. And I'm not just saying, just with Deimos. I'm saying a lot of people, we've seen a lot of people who say, oh, everyone should donate because I can't pay for rent, and then they use that money.
So, hey guys, I already booked 3 more cons and 5 photo shoots at every con. Yeah, and 10 different cosplays too, guys. And you're like, I thought you needed rent money.
It's wrong.
That's a cardinal rule over here under my roof too, with us over here in the flock with myself, Jose, K Storm, and Angel. If we've got bills, or if we're behind on bills, then we don't go to a con. You notice, we've only been to one con that we were able to go and cover properly this year so far, which was Metro. We would have loved to go to MegaCon. We would have loved to try to go out of state. It'd be sunshine and fucking rainbows, but life comes first.
Finances dictate that you can't right now.
Because if you don't pay rent, you're going to get kicked out.
Yeah, what's good is it going to a con if you don't have a home to go back to afterwards?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to also bring this up. Curvy Cosplay in the chat. Curvy Cosplay. Welcome to the Black Files. I appreciate you joining us over here. They actually mentioned a story over here regarding their own experience with Deimos. Deimos
boy.
was by far the most toxic individual I knew. She went as far as trying to hijack the attention of my wedding day as she was one of my bridesmaids. Our past at
What?
cons was just as toxic. Let's see. I could never have dreamed she would have been that way, but the way she was being towards me and my maid of honor was gut-wrenching. We endured too much that year at AWA when we did our Sailor Moon group, as well as that it was a horribly toxic year. All I wanted to do was keep watch over you because she was awful towards you. Oh, towards Jurassic Jazzy. Okay, I get that. But yeah, no, trying to take up someone's fucking wedding day. What is also ironic is that she also stole the credit for the Sailor Moon staff I made for her the longest time, as well as the Master Sword I made for her, and she used them without her crediting me.
Wow. I think I remember that, Masters.
Yeah, Loch Ness also in the chat. The way Deimos made you and all of your bridesmaids to be the villains of your wedding, saying how terribly they treated you, to be you and everyone, despite everything, quote unquote, that they did for you. Yeah, possibly. So yeah, no fucking kidding.
Okay, we all can agree. Someone's wedding day, it is the bride and bride, groom, bride, groom, whoever is getting married, is their day.
It's their day, motherfucker.
Their day, not your day.
Yeah.
It will be your day if you get married or something.
Juan, can I interject for a soft minute?
Can you? Yes.
This is going to be a really short story for me. I didn't really interact that much with Deimos, as was mentioned before, but one KatsuCon, Sis and her went down to do the photo shoot. I don't know what it was.
I don't remember.
But I felt sick when they woke up, so I decided I'm just gonna sleep in a little bit. They come back with 10 people. And Deimos is ranting and raving. And I'm I move on the bed because, bright light just turned on. She rips open the curtains and whatnot. And I'm still there and I'm trying to wake up going, okay, why is there so much noise? And someone ends up sitting on me. And I move going, what? And one of them, they're like, wait, you didn't tell me that there was someone sleeping in here? And I sit up and I'm going, why is there so many people in this room? And Sis is like, can we get most of you guys to go out of the room? And Deimos was like, no, they have to stay.
Why?
And I'm like, I told them a little bit of warning. The closet. A little bit of warning would have been nice. And also, when we had checked in, she said no one was allowed to put anything in the closet because that was where her dress was going to be. And her dress is going to take up the entire closet. I had something I needed to hang up. She put it in the far right hand. I slid mine to the left and she started going off on me and just screaming and yelling. And I'm like, Deimos,
it's a fucking dress.
I am just putting my one piece of cosplay to hang up. No, I'm supposed to be the one to use the closet.
Bitch, you didn't even pay for that room.
You didn't fucking yell exactly that ain't even your room, motherfucker. What makes you think you're
and then she legit ended up.
Was that on my?
Yes, she ended up throwing my stuff on the floor. Remember that? She took my outfit and she threw it on the floor, and I'm like, what is your problem?
Oh, wait, did they seriously not pay me?
No, they didn't.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Wow. Hey, look,
then they said that they needed to take up the entire space of the counter in the bathroom because all of their makeup needed to be there. We couldn't even put any of our stuff there. We couldn't even put any of our stuff in the bathroom because she needed all the space. Like the bitch she was.
Fucking believable.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable.
That was my one thing. And every time I would see her in passing, she would give me the dirtiest look, like I did her wrong or something. I'm like, I don't know who you were talking to or what kind of bullshit happened. I have never once said anything rude to you or about you. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been talking shit about me, which I don't understand why they would. because I have never once like really interacted. I've only, been around her a few times.
Well, you're just lucky you
And-
didn't really get too close.
And a lot of and she is a horrible driver. She is a horrible driver. I remember in
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She's a bad driver.
Like, I thought I was over. I thought that I drove crazy, but no, this.
No, we know someone who's even worse.
Yes, we know.
But we're not going to say.
Okay, real quick. Also, Geeks 5 Ever is in the chat. Hey up, buddy. Welcome, Jesse Goku. He's our homie from Texas over here. We appreciate you, buddy. We thank you for being in the chat. Sorry I didn't shout out earlier, but I was letting everyone get their piece in. Let me see here. Also, Dementio fan is in the chat in here as well. And also someone else who just popped in, Alexandria Harrison. I'm here and I want all the tea on this lying manipulative POS because I got T2 Lamau. Sorry, go on. Yeah, and Dementio fan was saying, I've been watching silently the whole time. All I want to say is I'm owed $100 on a cosplay commission deposit from them back due to all this. Yeah, like I paid it in January after Hallmat 2023. Back in January, what? Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh.
Jeez.
And Curvy Cosplay was also saying, Bree, I think I roomed with you at Katsu with her one of the years she was so hateful to everyone that year. That was her toxic year of her Yuri on Ice obsession.
Yes. No, I remember that. Ooh. That was definitely a year where I totally had a panic attack in the bathroom at one point, which like a lot of my friends know I haven't had any of those at a con in a while because it's amazing what happens when you get rid of nasty people who talk behind your back in front of your face and to everyone around you to just cause drama.
No kidding. It's like, listen, I don't need an ulcer anymore. I was at risk of growing one years ago. I don't need to relapse that shit. I swear to God. No, we don't need that kind of fucking headache over here. Let me see. Hanari Solomon also in the chat saying, did I mention that she moved down to Florida with no job prospects and did not have a plan to get one despite knowing she had to pay rent? Oh yeah, that's another thing Yeah, that's another thing that we'd heard regarding Deimos' behavior. Apparently, after having left Florida in 2022, in 2020, having moved to North Carolina, or was it South Carolina? It was one of the Carolinas, and then all the way across to the other side of the landmass in California, only to come all the way back over here to Florida. And apparently there's an issue there where they owe someone rent money, and I know the person's name. I'm not going to name them. I don't know if they're in the chat. But apparently they had to be Deimos had to be taken to small claims court in order to reclaim the money that they owed from rent. Am I getting that wrong?
No, you're correct. They're in the chat too.
Oh, they are. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome possum. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, and, oh, Jesus Christ. And over here saying, like, let's not forget that she's still planning to try to go to Dragon Con? What the fuck?
That's
Dragon Con's at the end of this month? That's fucking, that's a fucking small, house blown.
Like, I'm not even trying till next year, but that's because, like, I have a friend from out of the country who really wants to go try it next year. And, like, we're having friends actively, like, help us walk through how to go, entering groups that, like, for advice on how to go do this, especially since I'm going in with mobility devices. So, like, we have to go in super prepared.
Exactly.
You don't just last second drop and, like, ass up into Dragon. Good luck there.
Like, no fucking kidding. Yeah, no, we're all nerds here, Mr. Quake. Nothing to be ashamed of over here. That's what we're all about. Minty Day, holy crap, that was the same year I think her and my ex dated. I heard so much about that year. Oh my fucking lord. Okay, so we're starting to get into the like spill tea moments over here. Barnes is saying they couldn't get a car when living with us, but they could buy clothes literally daily and fabric for over $300 cosplays. And yeah, Dragon Con is like a small house loan. It's like a mortgage payment. And that's just to get there. Imagine fucking getting yourself food and getting yourself accommodations and anything else, because Dragon Con is a fucking money pit. It's a money sink.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, one can only dare to dream to be a guest at Dragon Con, Sarah Serenity. So no kidding, I know exactly what you mean. K-Storm, you all right?
Oh, yeah, just bring him up here.
Okay, would you like to add any to the monstrosity here? Because I'm gonna start wrapping us up soon. No? Okay, you guys got to see the crestfallen, just absolute finished look that K-Storm just gave me when they said no.
Aww.
Mm.
No.
That look.
Also, I've been knitting, like, teaching myself how to knit as I go, mind you, for the last 5 hours.
Well done, K-Storm. You see, that's learning. That's applying your craft and shit. So many fucking dots. You're not wrong, Hanari. Loch Ness in the chat also saying, Deimos always puts cos and cosplay over everything else. The amount of times they would say they didn't have money for groceries or food at a con because they made 5 new cosplays instead. Well, you want to know something stupid? Would you like? Can I share a minor aside, a minor fucking tiny fucking story, very tiny story. When Jose and I were younger, one time we actually went to the mall together, and we said we wanted to, we told our mom, hey, we're gonna walk over to the mall. It was within walking distance from where we were living, and we want to go hang out over there and maybe check out the stores and get something to eat. She said, okay, but I'm not gonna be making anything for dinner because because we're short on that stuff. And if you're gonna eat out, then I'll pass you money for you and your brother to eat, but you're going to whatever you eat, that's going to be what you've got for dinner. I'm like, you know what? Fair. All right. Since we were short on money at the time and short on food at the time, okay. We went, and instead of eating eating food at like a McDonald's or whatever, we ended up buying a CD from a band that we like. The CD's long gone. I don't even remember the name of the band anymore. And we did actually end up eating like the kids' meal shit at McDonald's because that's all the amount of money that we had left. So we each had like a small, like one of their tiny little flat cheeseburgers and the tiny little kid-sized fries and shit. And so, like, okay, well, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot for this one, but hey, we got the CD we were looking for, and we're going home. We came home, we're still hungry. You know what my mom said? Guess what my mom said?
What?
Snooze, you lose?
No. Go eat that CD.
Oh my gosh, my mom actually got it right. No, she just said it from the parlors. Eat the CDs.
Go eat the fucking music.
Mom.
Now, number one, on the one hand, yeah, that was a dick move. But on the other hand, I understand the point. And yes, I can say this now, 20 some odd years, 5 years, whatever, from having been an idiot teenager to now being an idiot adult. Yeah, I get that. If you're going to burn money and you're not going to do what you said you were going to do with it and you end up fucking hungry, then that's on your own ass. And that was a hard lesson learned, but apparently Deimos never had to fucking learn that. Fucking,
yeah, doing it.
No fucking kidding. Like, I'm over
never
here.
their fault.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's never their fault, though. It's always somebody else. They made me spend money, so now I have no money for food. But nobody made you.
Man, motherfucker did something. Like, are we rolling up at a convention and grabbing her at gunpoint? Like, you're gonna come to this con, and you're gonna buy this merch now, and you're gonna starve. Because I said, like, no, motherfucker, you're a grown-ass adult. Deimos, 31 years old. I'm over here, and I'm fucking losing my own fucking head over this, and I'm trying not to be overly emotional anymore. Because that was like the fucking thing that we all said. We're not going to be fucking too overly emotional. We're not going to be too overly personal on the shit. And here I fucking am getting over fucking excited over her fucking ass. And she ain't worth the oxygen. But I swear to fucking God, if there even is a fucking God to swear upon, that, like, this fucking bitch is gotta need to learn her lesson the fucking hard way when it comes to life. She can't fucking mooch off of people. She can't leech off of people's emotions like this. She can't leech off of people's money like this. She can't leech off of people's goodwill like this. And this fucking shit that they did to Koi Fish and to others that they took money for commissions from, no. I do not abide. Motherfucker.
See, I was lucky. Those 4 that Deimos never actually finished. I don't think I ended up actually paying for those. The only one that I actually paid for was the Assassin's Creed. And I would pay more because they were undercharging, but I was going to be paying more after they finished the Assassin's Creed one, which they didn't. So I would have paid for a finished commission. But the other ones, they were like the bare minimum, sewn together, way too big for me. Like, you know how small I am.
Yeah, you're mini.
This was like, I could put 2 of my arms in one of the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm that, like, that doesn't fit me. So, yeah, I was lucky. They only owe me for, I guess, that one hotel room and also the $143 extra that that I had to pay extra for the room. So
no fucking kidding. Like she's I don't think she's ever gonna fucking learn until she finally runs out of people to try to fucking manipulate. Over here, I'm double checking in the chat over here. Alexandria Harrison is saying AWA 2017. Deimos roomed with Lauren, Sean, and me, and someone else I can't think of at the moment. The room was in my name. She decided to take it upon herself to buy all of us breakfast that Saturday. Let me see here. Where's the rest of it?
Did they charge her to the room?
Oh, no, there we go. That Saturday morning, take Lauren, Sean, and the other person's money to pay for the breakfast. She kept the money and charged it to the room. $80 breakfast she never paid me for.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Apparently, Alexandria decided to completely block me on everything when I asked her for the money. She lied to my friends about me and what I did to her. Hypnos in the chat saying she literally dropped a cosplay because a mutual also wanted to cosplay that character. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's disgusting behavior.
That is...
Can't feel the spotlight, man.
Well, here's the thing. We are all in agreement that if you are staying in someone else's room, you do not order room service unless you speak to that person.
Unless it's been agreed upon by everyone in that room. If someone says no, then you don't do it.
Exactly.
And you don't go behind someone's back to do that.
No, and what the fuck did she get off on grabbing other people's fucking money to pay for it in the first place? Where did that money go? Apparently pocketing. That's the only place it could have gone, and it's not like it went to Narnia over here, so what the fuck? Let me take a look over here, because I'm getting another message from someone else. Give me just a moment. Yeah, I'm definitely wrapping up soon over here. Let's see. Primary, yes, hello. Okay, this person does not want their name publicized over here. Give me 2 seconds. Did I close the window? Yes, I did. 2 seconds. Let me just do a thing. And there. That way I can read it on the screen. Hey. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Open. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Okay. Fuck you, computer. Okay. Let's see. Don't read out my username. I won't. Don't worry. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't want to go too deep into details so they don't know exactly who I am, but most of my interactions with Deimos were actually good until I started hanging out with them outside of cons. Come to find out, they stole money directly from my purse and created a large spread rumor about me. They're consistently spreading rumors about myself and various other people. Mind you, they only went private because their shit got aired out by our lovely Koi. I think Deimos seriously needs to get off the internet for a while and stay away from conventions for a while. Or name also, please. Also, I forgot to add in one more thing, is what they're saying. They're typing it out right now, whoever, like this anonymous person. Let's see here. And let's see, Minty Day. Is this a different Anastasia dress? Right, because Deimos loves doing Anastasia. So I guess that was probably what it was.
So I found out from my friend today, one of my good friends, Sam, today, who we used to be best friends with Deimos's ex-roommate. Said ex-roommate is also my ex and abuser. They were so great to hang out with together all the time. Anyway, yeah, no, my ex is actually the one who made that Anastasia dress, not Deimos. Even though Deimos told everyone that they made that dress. That's not true.
It was the yellow one.
No.
Yeah.
No,
My ex-
you're fucking kidding me.
Which explains like why the craftsmanship was a lot better.
You're fucking kidding me. Deimos
No.
didn't make that dress?
That is what I've been told. But, you know, unless my friend got lied to about that, because like he went and like he's got no gain in this at all, other than like tried being nice to Deimos so many times and just like straight up was, you know, rejected a friendship because he wasn't a cosplayer or any kind of clout in the cosplay community. He's just a wonderful and good person.
He's a goofball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
is.
lord. Oh yeah, and yeah, here's what the anonymous person also put in here. I also forgot to add one more thing. I am Spanish. She would consistently try to speak in a Spanish accent towards me and shove her phone in my face to type in Spanish for her. Would constantly criticize any and all Spanish food I would happily enjoy and overall other racist remarks.
Ooh.
What?
Oye,
Sounds
¿qué tipo
about
de mierda
right.
es eso, eh? What kind of bullshit is that, huh? ¿Qué tipo de bobería? What kind of fucking stupidity is that shit? Nah, yeah, no, you got me breaking out my Spanish, motherfucker. I'm pissed. Because I'm over here like, you hung out with a team with 3 Hispanic guys who run the fucking channel. What the fuck is it? Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking what the fuck? Oh my fucking fuck. Que se joda esta gringa loca que se joda la verga con su puta madre. Oh my fucking god.
Actually understood some of that.
Same.
Yeah.
And I haven't spoken Spanish since high school.
Yeah.
See, she would make me speak Spanish to her family to look cool, I guess, to her other white family members, and not to mention how often she shoves her own Catholic religion onto others. Motherfucker, I'm Catholic too. I don't fucking rub it in other people's faces. Shit.
Okay, like real quick too, shoves their Catholicism on everybody, but also absolutely fetishizes gay anime guys.
Right?
Very much. Because there's a difference between being a fujoshi, like, you know, you're very actively interested, and the sheer amount of active fetishism that's going on that they have that is genuinely uncomfortable feeling, especially when you're queer and you're around that all the time. Because it, like, even if you're not a gay guy, it just, it always made me feel so icky.
No kidding. No, it's so fucking wrong. It's so fucked.
Well, actually, I do have another thing to add.
What's up?
Because I just remembered it. So when I used to cosplay as Noctis and they used to cosplay as Prompta and Luna Freya, this is mainly when they were Luna Freya, they constantly said that we're husband and wife, and whenever I did something that annoyed them, I'm divorcing you. And I'm like, okay, what? And it was constant, like, yeah, no, we're divorced. This person's my new husband. And I'm like, okay, seriously? This is like, for one, cringe. 2, why? It's like I'm the one always doing something wrong here.
Yeah. Sinking.
It was just really weird.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking lord. I think I want to throw hands hard now. Let me look, because Sarah Serenity also wanted me to look at something over here that they sent. Let me see here. They're saying here, again, I dub Deimos the Demon. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Surely fucking, if the boot fits. Let me see what else, Sarah said, because they said they sent something important. Let's see. Sounds like Deimos is the type of bitch who would tell me my OCs don't count and would throw fits at my cosplays. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently she's not a fan of OCs. She's a fan of making different versions of established characters and costumes and all that shit, but apparently fucking, like, if you go full on with original characters like Sarah's like fucking legendary Darla Dixon character, fuck. Am I okay to read this live on the chat here? Hang on.
Yeah, while you're doing that real quick,
Yes.
I'm gonna be I am working on making a giant master post of stuff that's gone on. So like anybody who knows me, like, and knows to hit my DMs or hit up the Ravens flock so we can share stuff and try to like make sure that people know. Because like I'm gonna take this from the words of my girl Swoop on YouTube. It's not drama, it's dangerous.
Exactly.
They've actively hurt so many people, and like just not just financially, but like mentally, and caused so much damage. They actively are a danger at this point, and that's why I want to like come out and say something, because of how much they've hurt so many people, that people do need to be warned and know like how bad they are, which is why I want to like work on this post over the next like week or so.
Yeah, no, that's I'm perfectly okay with that, and we're like, I'm just like, this is the last thing I'm gonna read from let's see, from our friend over here, Citrus Queer, who's went ahead and sent this to us on Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and read this aloud. This is gonna be the last thing this is gonna be the last story, like Deimos story that I'm gonna read, because I've got to start wrapping us up. Okay, so here we go. This is from Citrus Queer here. I've had such a hard time wanting to be vocal about this because I'm currently still recovering from the time I let her live in my house. I'm a nail technician. I have mentioned to them on multiple occasions that my current job could only afford to cover my rent because I'm building my book from scratch. I mentioned to them multiple times that I was not actively thinking about cosplay because my career was more important at the time. On multiple occasions, they assured me that they would make the rent. I've been stressed and I'm still catching up on bills. They sabotaged my first opportunity as a cosplay guest, making me an hour late. I had to set up my table and drive to the convention by myself. They broke into my room twice and had also changed the locks, set up cameras, and also would put their ear up to my door to hear what I was saying, when literally all I was doing was playing Fortnite and trying to keep to myself mentally sane while I felt unsafe in my own home. No. Yeah, no.
You should never have to have cameras set up in your own house so that they don't go in your room. You shouldn't really have to have a lock on your door. You should feel safe in your home and not have to worry about that.
That's
Oh my God.
That is ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna need to get drunk or high or something tonight, because like because right now I am fucking, it takes a lot to it takes a lot to actually get me angry. Like you see me pissed off and I'm fucking like, and I'm being expressive about this shit, but now I'm actually fucking angry.
Well, you know, too bad you don't have the whiskey that we have right now.
Yeah.
That would make you happy.
No, but I've got a bottle of Jack that Jose and I have hidden in the closet, so.
Well then.
No, I won't drink. I won't drink Jack straight. I'm too much of a pussy. All right.
You should face up with tequila then.
No, I've got rum. I'll be fine with my rum. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap us up, and here's what we're gonna do, folks. Here's what, and Citrus Queer also said, and no one believed me after everything. They're actively typing right now over here. Listen, here's what I'm going to do for everyone who's watching. I want you guys to go ahead and send your stories in to us, either to myself on, or rather, not myself, to our Instagram, The Ravens Flock Online, or email us, theravensflockonline@gmail.com, or reach out to Bree over here, Bree Ryder. Reach out to them. Reach out to Pumpkin Power Cosplay, and give us your stories. We'll put it together. If we've got duplicates, we'll cross-reference each other's notes. And in a couple of weeks, I would say definitely before the end of this month. Let me see here. Let me just try to pin down a good date over here. Stop it. Yeah, August 28th. So, yeah. Actually, no, September 4th. Yeah. So in 3 weeks from today, from tonight. So, yeah, September 4th we'll revisit this, and that's when we'll go ahead and discuss this shit. All right. So, and we'll bring up everyone's stories if we haven't read your story aloud. We'll bring it up there, and we'll have this put together by then. 3 weeks should be an ample time, right, Bree?
Oh yeah, I should be back in the state by then too.
Wait, you're going out of state? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm going to my first furry con. I'm so excited with one of my oldest con friends. I've known her since high school.
Yay! I'm only learning about this shit now. That's okay, but that's fine. You know what? Fucking enjoy yourself. You deserve a fucking break over here. And a furry con, really? Awesome. Sorry, what was that?
I was like, that's right. Break deserved.
Break deserved, break earned. Sarah Serenity was also saying, Deimos would be jealous at how huge my Walking Dead OC has become. I'm known as Darla Dixon and Daryl's missing wife, even out of cosplay. My dream's coming true, and she can go suck shit. The sucking
right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the sucking shit is optional. There are other things that she could be sucking instead. I will not infer, because that's not up to me to infer. The point is, yeah, no, Sarah Serenity, she's got this shit going on. Every single one of you folks who are cosplayers who've honed your craft, and unfortunately have had the displeasure of dealing with Deimos to one extent or another, recognize the crowd we've got tonight, recognize the folks that have reached out, recognize each other. You're not alone. We've all got each other's back. And I'm not afraid to fucking put the boots to her on this one, because and I'm not even doing the shit even out of the fucking, oh well, you were just in love with me and stuff. Bitch, you're the one who came to us. You came to us, to me and K-Storm, and you still haven't had the nerve to go to K-Storm to apologize. Not that we'll actually listen anymore, because your apology is worth less than nothing these fucking days. But I'm not doing this for my personal satisfaction. I don't care about me. If there's anything that you're all of you, Dragonfangs, Ayana, Bree, y'all know me. I really have a very low opinion about myself and my wants and needs, don't I?
Yep, you do this for everybody else.
Yep.
This shit is not about my problems with Deimos. This shit is about the problems that Deimos has caused to everyone here tonight. And I cannot and I will not abide this shit. It's pretty straightforward. The motto of the Ravens flock is your voice, our mission. We're here to raise your voices. We're here to stand up for you folks who've been shat on by motherfuckers like Deimos. By motherfuckers who try to keep us down. By people who manipulate us. By people who wrong us. Who rob from us. Who take from us. And take. And fucking continue spreading rumors and horse shit. As if this was still fucking high school drama host club. Bull fucking shit. You're a grown-ass adult. Fucking act like it. Fucking grow up. If you can't handle your basic needs for your life, then don't go extracurricular and try to blame it on everyone else. If you got the money for that, you've got the money for rent, for fuck's sake. And yeah, I've got to end it tonight. I've got to end it right here. And yeah, Sarah Sereni, I understand bullying and harassment and PTSD all too well. I've been through it also. I feel everyone's pain here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all to it. BB, is there anywhere else where they can reach you, or anywhere where they can DM you or message you over here?
Yeah, I'm Pumpkin Pow on Instagram. If anything, I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat or on here can link to my stuff. And if I don't respond, I'm disabled. I don't always have the energy to respond to people, but I will do my best to get to you within 24 hours. But please, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm been asked by a friend already to see about making a Discord channel or something for people to help lift each other up through the situation and such. So definitely message me if that's something y'all are interested in as well. But Yeah. That.
No, well, thank you for that, BB, and thank you for helping with all this, and thank you for joining us tonight. We love you very much. And Zayana, Dragonfang, I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and close this off, and folks, like I said, on this program we do cover the darker side of nerd and pop culture, and unfortunately, Deimos has been they wanted to be famous, and congratulations, you're gonna get famous over here. There's an old saying, you're gonna get exactly what you want, just be sure you want what you're gonna get. And you better believe, folks, that we're gonna follow up on this in 3 weeks from tonight on Wednesday, September 4th. And we're going to do it again right here on this program, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we delve into the darker side of nerd and pop culture. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button down below. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kip.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle, Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Ziana Rose, Dragonfang, Zane Casabona, Angel Mendez, Pumpkin Power Cosplay, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files.